Okay, hello and welcome to our big E3 Roundup episode of the Zemus Cheetar podcast, episode 7, I believe.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yep, 8 technically, but we had that episode 0 that we are just kind
That's too much.
of.
I mean, once we hit 10, we're done, right?
Yeah, that's it. Should we do something for? Well, I know 50 is like probably the one we should really do something for, but
Probably. Because
uh,
if we do it every 10, then we're going to be
yeah, we're
expecting
in
to do
trouble.
it every
Even
10.
every 50 might not, but just 50 is kind of a big deal for me. So,
Yeah.
and then maybe 100, and then we can do every 100 or something. That's
Yeah,
a
probably.
couple years from now. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do it every Wednesday right now, anyways.
hmm
I mean, we'll do it every week or try to, or I'll do something every week anyway. I just want to stick to that weekly kind of thing, even if it's on a different day. But I'm Zemus, and I'm here with Cheetar, as
What's up?
always. Yeah. So yeah, what you been up to as far as gaming
Um,
goes?
E3.
E3.
E3 is happening.
E3 is, yeah.
Um, and that kind of ties to announcement earlier. I've been playing,
Mhm.
well, first of all,
Oh yeah.
it ties to a couple announcements. Lately, I've been playing Banjo-Tooie for no reason.
Oh, right, right. Yep.
So I've been going through
I wasn't
that,
sure if you
and
continued.
yeah, I've still been playing it. Off and on, like every couple of days, I'll turn it on or so.
Yeah.
Um, I'm getting more into it again.
Cool.
It's I don't know. My issue is that I think I talked about this last time, maybe. Um, but not every episode, not every I said episode because Final Fantasy VII is in front of me. Not every level is self-contained.
Okay.
So like there are a lot of like
Yeah.
backtracking and like
Metroidvania
for
type stuff.
yeah, like for example, the first world is connected to the second world and like the fifth world,
Right.
but like you don't unlock that until later. It's interesting. It's very impressive, and I don't know. I'm just shocked that they went for that. It's
Yeah.
ambitious, but
They didn't just do Banjo Kazooie again necessarily,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
I think that's good, but at the same time, it's a lot.
Right.
Like it feels like the stepping stone.
It.
I don't
Yeah.
remember when this game came out. Actually, I think this game came out in 2000. I don't
Okay.
remember when Banjo. No, I don't remember when Donkey Kong Country 64 came out.
Right.
But this seems like a middle ground between those two. Whereas like Donkey Kong 64 was way too big. There's way too much stuff in it.
Gotcha.
This game feels like a little bit toned down from that,
Hmm.
because like Banjo Kazooie, like I said, like every level was self-contained and it felt fluid and everything. You could
Yeah.
I don't know. I sped through that game. I think I beat it in less than 10 hours last time. I
Hmm.
forget on the stream.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You know where you're going though and everything. So. Yeah.
yeah, but like regardless, like the levels are much smaller.
Right.
It's smaller scale, which is something that I think hurt ukulele when that came out. But anyway, I've also been playing for a tiny bit Trials of Mana.
Yeah. I. We'll talk about it more later, but okay. I didn't get that at first, like that it was called Trials of Mana because that sounds so different than Secret of Mana. I was thinking that was like a. And see, and it confused me because during the Nintendo thing, they showed Trials of Mana and it had like 3D graphics and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, there's some new Mana game coming, but it's probably not a. I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up, but that it's some big epic game or something. If it's a new
hmm
one, I don't know. Didn't know much about it because it was like a quick trailer or something. And then I just found out actually last night, like late last night, that the Secret of Mana collection. Oh, that's what it was. I was looking on the Switch store. I was showing my buddy like, look what just came out or whatever, and showing the
hmm
screenshots. And I'm like, oh wait, Trial of Mana comes with this? And I was like, wait, does it come with a 3D? I was like confused. And then I had to Google it, and I'm like, wait, they called Second Densetsu 3's Trials of Mana. And then it clicked. Holy crap, they're making a remake of Second Densetsu 3.
Yeah, I
It took a
noticed it
while.
immediately.
Yeah, okay.
Just because I noticed like the main character in that trailer. I was like,
Yeah,
wait, that's him.
exactly. I was thinking, oh, is it like bringing back all the old characters or something? Or I didn't quite clue in because that
Yeah.
sounds crazy. I didn't know they were gonna do that. Like that's above and beyond. That's yeah. So I'm probably just gonna wait for the remake since I can play all three. Well, I don't have the Game Boy one, but I could get it. But
hmm
I have Second Densetsu 3 on my SNES, and it took so long to get it working and looking perfect. So
Hmm.
um,
Yeah, I'm
so
liking it a lot. I've never
yeah,
actually like fully played it before.
right.
Um, it's interesting how like whatever main character you
Yeah.
choose, like you do their story in the beginning.
I mean, which one did you pick as your
I
main?
I picked the thief first.
Okay, I think that was my first one, like years and years and years ago. I played it on a computer, like
Yeah.
probably over a decade ago, and got pretty far into it. But I got stuck at the end. There's like this part I'll just say where you have to fight like I think it's pretty much the end where you have to fight like these elder bosses or whatever, and they
Hmm.
move around a map all the time, and you have to keep fighting them, but then they like regenerate and stuff. And I got kind of stuck at that, so or frustrated
Huh.
with it or something. That was this a long time ago, so I don't remember, but I just remember getting stuck or gave up.
Yeah. I'm not too
So
far into it. I got to the part where I talked to the elder priest, and he's like, "You need to go get the mana sword." I'm like,
right,
"Okay."
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, he's
and then
Hawk is really cool though. The combat's weird though, right? Once he takes a bit to get used to.
yeah, it's really weird. I still don't understand it,
Yeah,
but
it's very
I don't know.
tactical, not as actiony, which I
Yeah,
like.
but
But yeah,
yeah, it's interesting. I
hmm
definitely like it though.
yeah.
And then I kind of stopped that for a tiny bit.
What were the other
Tried out.
characters you picked? I'm just curious.
I don't remember.
You haven't got them yet, probably, right? Yeah, yeah.
No, I haven't gotten them.
Gotcha.
Oh wait, I got Durin, I think.
Oh, the night guy. Okay.
He was the guy who wants to change his class.
Okay.
And then I chose like the wizard girl or something,
Oh yeah, yeah.
magician girl.
Yep. Gotcha. Yeah, it's funny.
Um,
All different characters than what I picked on my Super Nintendo. When I picked, well, the names might be different. I don't know what the translation's like, but
well, like Hawk is Hawkeye.
okay, good, because that's what the original is, what he's supposed to be. So in the in
Yeah.
the Super Nintendo, the fan translated it's Hawk, and then Lise Lise, but it's supposed to be like Reitz, I think,
Hmm.
for the Amazon girl. So I picked her as my main character, and then I
Hmm.
picked the little kid, the little girl, Carly, but I think her name's supposed to be Charlie or something.
Huh.
Um,
Yeah, I
I
don't
picked her.
remember.
She's like a little magic user, and then I picked crap. I didn't pick the monster kid. There's like a monster boy or whatever.
Yeah,
So I didn't pick that. Who else is left? And it wasn't one of your characters. Crap. That doesn't matter.
there's too many.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty
But yeah,
ambitious for a Super Nintendo game. I cannot believe the graphics and stuff. Like it's crazy.
yeah, the soundtrack's really good too. Just
Yes.
going
Yep.
into the Rabbite Forest in the very beginning, I was like, wow, this song's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. They're all sleeping and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's day and night cycle and everything. It's crazy.
yeah, I'm shocked that that's in there.
Yeah, I know, right? Like a live
Um,
day and night cycle like in the action. It's not.
yeah.
Some games have day and night, like Breath of Fire does on the world map. It goes day and night
Hmm.
and stuff, but Breath of Fire 2, the first one does too. But anyways, yeah. But this is like in the actual gameplay. It'd be like if Link to the Past had freaking day and night cycles and that. But
Hmm.
anyways,
But yeah, I stopped that for a little bit, played a little bit of Secret of Mana just to see how it feels on there.
right.
It's Secret of Mana.
Yeah. I
And then
wonder
I
how
played a little.
does the multiplayer work? I wonder.
Yeah, I said it's 3 player,
Okay, it's with a
and
single.
for
Well, you'd have to have two Joy-Cons and stuff. But
you have three. You could have three Joy Cons if you really wanted to, or three
because you can't split it up,
Pro
right? Oh, you get
controllers.
L and R though, so maybe you could. Huh.
Hmm?
I'm just thinking like if you had an individual Joy-Con, that would work because you'd have all the buttons you need
Yeah, yeah, you
technically
could do
because
that.
L and R are there and stuff. So yeah, yeah, cool.
Hmm.
There's no select, right? So but it would work. Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, it should still
cool.
work.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then I tried a little bit of Final Fantasy Adventure on there because I never
Yeah,
played that.
that actually looks amazing. Like on the Switch store, you can scroll through screenshots, and that's where I saw the
Yeah,
Trials of Mana. I saw a screenshot of it, and it's got cool the background art they have on there,
yeah.
like this for the panels or whatever. But man, it
Hmm.
actually looked really good, like the details and stuff. And it's probably way better than playing on a dark Game Boy screen.
Well, you can choose that option if you really want to,
Oh, okay.
like the green
Is it
and
kind of
see all
like
the
they got the kind of
pixels.
Super Game Boy or Game Boy Color options kind of thing? It's different
Yeah,
shades and stuff.
they had Game Boy. Let's see, they had like a Super Game Boy option or like
That's awesome.
Game Boy Pocket option, I guess, where it's
Right.
like white screen. They had like a Game Boy Color option where like it had like a red tint on everything, and then they had like original Game Boy option where it was uh, like standard green, but with you can see more of the pixels and stuff. It's really
Right.
weird. But then there's also like a small and big version of each of those, and
Wow.
depending on which version you choose, like the arts like adjusts to it too. So like that's what I like
That's
about it.
cool. Yeah,
I
I've
mean,
always
same
wanted to play
thing
that game.
with the other two games is like there's like a 4x3 mode, and then there's also like a smaller like pixel perfect mode for it
Yeah,
too.
man, never liked that. Yeah,
So
everything looks squished.
yeah.
Yeah. Do they call it Legend of or Final Fantasy Adventure?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, they didn't rename it or nothing. Cool.
Yeah, because it's just the Game Boy game. Just
Gotcha.
put in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I wasn't sure
The
if they
only
made it
one.
turned into a mana game, kind of like Trials of Mana seems kind of weird to name it,
Hmm.
but it should literally be
Well,
Secret Mana 2, I guess, or I don't know.
I don't
or
know.
three.
Like
I don't know. I don't remember.
the only difference with so like everything else, like Final Fantasy Adventure and Secret of Mana, like they're straight ports. And you can kind of tell with Trials of Mana on there where the the dialogue and stuff, like that box
Yeah.
doesn't seem to fit there.
Oh,
I don't know.
really?
It looks kind of new.
Huh.
So I don't know if that's
Well,
uh
that's the thing with that game is I think it was one of two games that never came out here that had HD or like obviously not technically HD, but like a high definition text
yeah.
thing in it or whatever. Probably why they
Yeah, and
didn't
that's
bring it
why
out
it
here.
couldn't fit or
Yeah,
something.
that's why it took so long for me to get working on the Super Nintendo Classic. It was all
Yeah,
blurry. It's
who
just
knows, maybe
everything's
it normally
blurry.
does look like that, but
Yeah,
it just looked kind of off.
yeah. Like even when you open up your menu,
Yeah.
all that text and even your equipment is all blurry. It's so hard to see because it doesn't
Mhm.
know what to do with that new whatever thing they're doing.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, they were doing some crazy things with that game. I wish it came out here, man. Oh, like back then.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It gives me hope for
yeah,
Mother 3.
yes, yeah. There's really like no reason. Like man, we're getting so many things lately like that seemed impossible.
Yeah.
My brain's going to like the Joker stuff and that too. It's in Smash. It's just
Mhm.
crazy things are happening. So obviously
But
Banjo Kazooie now too. But anyways, yeah.
yeah. But yeah,
Um,
I mean that's it. That's all
cool,
I've really been playing.
cool. I got a couple things that I can kind of quickly go over. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I bought. I don't think I talked about it last week. I don't think I had it last week. No, that game is amazing.
Um
I'm positive I didn't. It feels like I've only
you
been
were
playing it for like
talking, I
3 days. So
think you
yeah,
might have talked about how you're like I might buy those.
yeah, yeah.
But
I probably bought it that day or something, but I don't think it's been a week. But maybe it has. I put 30 hours into it so far or whatever. And
wow.
yeah. And man, that game is unbelievable. And I'm still finding out new things, still unlocking. That's one of my favorite things in these big giant games, where
Mhm.
you play it for a ton of hours, like tens of hours, and you're starting to do some more story because if it's an open world, usually you get sidetracked. And you start doing some more story, and suddenly you unlock some huge gameplay feature that you fall in love with, and it's like I'm, many hours in, and they're still tossing new features at me. I love that in games.
Did you choose Cassandra?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Or, okay.
absolutely, yeah, yeah. I knew right away that that's what most people picked, and everybody was happy with it. So, and I know she was supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
As far as like, I'll say some kind of negatives first. Is like the lip syncing is pretty bad.
Yeah.
It feels like it made me think like, you know what, they obviously have some kind of AI or some kind of thing in the engine, whatever Ubisoft is using, that automatically probably just makes the lips move with whatever
Mhm.
voice because it would save time. And I feel like they didn't really touch it up except for the main character. So like
Okay.
all the side characters sometimes their mouths just don't even try.
Huh.
Um, and there's like I don't want to say, I guess kind of an uncanny valley thing which I think is still cool that we're even at that point where it kind of looks very realistic, and then you'll have a moment where their eyes do something, and it's like, oh, that's really creepy. It's cool that we're that far where I can see that kind of stuff, but yeah, sometimes it doesn't look the greatest. Of course, I'm on a regular PS4, but still, there's textures that don't load sometimes, or sometimes the open world just, especially after playing Red Dead and even Witcher 3, which is years old at this point, um, but after playing Red Dead, and that there's a lot of stuff in the open world that just doesn't look good. Um, but the lighting is good. Sometimes with the sun coming up and stuff, it looks pretty cool.
Mhm.
Shadows are good and stuff. Those are the things I always look for. If the shadows are blurry, then usually or like pixelated, then everything else usually looks pretty good. But they focused on the lighting, I think, so that looks pretty good. But and you can climb anything anywhere, so that's you can kind of keep your expectations a little lower when you can literally go anywhere.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man, I'm enjoying the heck out of it. It's a full fledged RPG with Diablo loot and everything, tons of it. Um, the boat combat is exactly what I wanted because I played Black Flag on PS4 because I know it came out on PS3 as well, but I'm pretty sure I played it on PS4. Borrowed it from a friend and just got as far in the story until I unlocked the boat combat, and then I maxed out all the boat stuff, and then I quit.
Huh.
Because the boat stuff is amazing, and there's nothing like it. Like we don't have games like that.
Mhm.
With this one, though, of course, the graphics are nuts. Like especially out in the water, like you see the waves coming, especially when you go out to the ocean or like the bigger areas, and you see these crazy waves, and it just kind of freaks me out because I don't like water. I'm kind of like our friend Steph a little bit with water stuff.
Mhm.
Um, but I mean, I can play it. I don't freak out or nothing. But it's like giant waves and stuff, or a whale will come out and you feel tiny, and it's like, oh my god. They did,
Mm-hmm.
it's something I was jealous of Sea of Thieves. I wish we had that. It's an Xbox game and
Mm-hmm.
PC, but because every time I saw videos of it or like people streaming it, I was like, this looks amazing to play with friends
Yeah.
out on the water, and then suddenly you get attacked and stuff, and everybody has to work on the boat and repair and do things. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
but the waves always looked awesome. The water looks amazing in that. That's a rare game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they did amazing on the water. But so now I feel a little less jealous because this is like a full-fledged RPG with boat stuff and like leveling up different aspects of your boat and like and repairing, and but it's also very video gamey. So like when I take out another boat, you heal some of your HP of your ship and stuff, and there's little
Huh.
mechanics that are really fun. Boarding a ship is never I never get tired of that. Of setting the boat on fire and it's ready to almost sink, but before it does that, instead of destroying it, I board it and kill everybody on board with all my units, and you get to hire NPCs and stuff to fight for you, and um, like you can literally knock out I think any NPC in the game. It seems like, and check out their stats and then ask them to like you can try to recruit them.
Hmm.
So yeah, there's tons of systems, and plus of course the stealth stuff is so much fun, and assassinating people and hunting down people from a cult, and you gotta like find clues and stuff and try to figure out their identities and then try to go kill them. Um, so yeah, the main story is fine. Like I'm kind of invested because I like Cassandra, and I'm actually happy there's not long cutscenes or nothing. It's just go here, somebody tells you what to do. Maybe there's a little side quest or not side quest, but like infiltrate a party and you get to put on a dress and stuff and go in there. I don't know how the man. Another thing too is like I picked Cassandra and I feel like if I had to pick the other guy, the story would be very different.
Uh-huh.
Well, I say very different. It probably the same beats, obviously, but the things that are said is it's not like Fallout 4 where you pick male or female, and I think it's probably all the same dialogue. It's just read by two different people.
Mm-hmm.
This feels very different because the way that people interact with Cassandra or disrespect her, different things, I don't feel like it would be at all the same way as I forget the other guy's name,
I
but
forget his name
but
too.
also he showed up in the story, and I'm like I'm pretty sure because it's like they're related,
Yeah.
and it's all and then now it's like I think he might be the main villain or something. I'm not sure. So now I'm like really, man, they went all
Huh.
out with this. So it does not feel like Assassin's Creed. So
Yeah.
that'd be the one thing I would say because I'm not an Assassin's Creed fan in general, especially the older ones. I liked Assassin's Creed 2 on PS3, but I bought it at a cheap discount. Went through it, finished it, enjoyed it, but it wasn't my kind of thing. But if you
Mm-hmm.
don't like Assassin's Creed, but you like Witcher and you like RPGs, but there is that assassination kind of stuff in there a little bit, then try Odyssey because that's very different. And I didn't like Origins very much either, but this is way
Mm-hmm.
better. This just goes even farther with the RPG stuff. So
Is there any animus stuff in it at all?
like I said, I've played 30, probably more than that, but I think I checked last night and it said 28 hours or something. At one point. The opening is a quick thing,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm cool with that. Like I like the anime stuff as far as like, I like science fiction, so I don't mind
Yeah.
like I don't want any story out there. I don't want to be running around a city or something like that. But I want to at least meet a character like, hey, we're gonna go into this time period because of this artifact. Let's go, and then keep me in there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe till the end or something, and then come out and say, "Wow, what an adventure!" or whatever. That
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Like that's very, I like that because the game knows it's a video game anyway. So like when you get game over, you know, or even when
Mm-hmm.
the world loads, it looks like a simulation. I'm cool with
Yeah.
that stuff. But but yeah, I've had the one opening one, and then after a big revelation, she came out to talk to the doctor person watching her, and then you can interact with a bunch of things like emails, and I just went right back in. I didn't even do any of that.
Hmm.
So it took like another 5 minutes, if that. No, probably
Yeah.
not even like 3 minutes. So that was it. That's all I'd seen so
Okay.
far. So yeah,
Cool.
and the level cap's 99 now, and it was 50, and I'm like almost 30. So I think I'm pretty far into the game. I guess the quests are like level 25, so maybe
Mm-hmm.
halfway through. So there's not much anime stuff. So certainly no
Okay.
story out there. Nothing going on. So
Yeah. I was just curious because like
hmm
the way that they were marketing this game, especially like it seemed like there was no
yeah,
animus
yeah,
like at
yeah,
all.
yeah. I knew that going into. I was excited about that. Like I don't want anime. Again, I like knowing that it's there, but I don't need to run around and talk to people and do stuff
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just get me back into the world I care about with all the story.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and also I don't follow the Assassin's Creed stuff. So when they mention Templars, I'm like, what is that again? I don't. They're bad guys, I guess. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't need to know any of that for this. So yeah, it's fantastic. Again, I think it's a perfect discount game. I don't know if I would have paid the full price for it. I would have still got my time out of it, but I'm glad I waited.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm playing that, and I think there was one more. Oh, Borderlands 2 with a buddy,
Oh.
and he's never played Borderlands, and man, we're having a blast. And I forgot how funny that game is.
Mm-hmm.
I also played the pre-sequel a little bit, but that was unfunny and kind of boring.
Yeah.
Um, and I thought it was, and the mechanics they added were not good, but like you have like oxygen tanks and stuff, which just gives you a time limit all the time. I hate it.
Hmm.
Like constant time limit. You run or jump and it like makes your O2 go even lower, and it's like, oh god, just everything's exhausting.
Hmm.
You get a cool ground slam though, because there's like low gravity, so that's cool. But yeah, and then the items they added, which to me are big features, like Borderlands, it's all about collecting items and like rare, like Diablo, you know.
Hmm.
So like having more of those options, like a new element for a gun or new the O2 tanks you can get with rare abilities on it and stuff. That's all cool. I thought they added new ones, but then because I haven't played Borderlands 2 in a long time, so we gave up on that, and I'm like, let's just go to Borderlands 2. We'll play through that because they just the new DLC is out too. But um, we went to Borderlands 2, and I'm like, oh, they didn't really add anything because this had a different element in it too that they took out for pre-sequel and just added a different one. And same with the O2 tank, they just took out the character relics and switched it for an O2 tank. So I'm like, well, they didn't even really add anything. They just removed two features and added two similar ones, but different names.
Hmm.
Anyways, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, Borderlands 2 we've played quite a bit now and gone through a lot of story. The enemy variety is amazing. There are so many weird things. Like you haven't played it, right? Any Borderlands?
I've only played a little bit of two.
Okay. Well, there's a certain point where enemy variety gets really crazy, where there's like these big Goliath guys and they have like hockey masks on,
Hmm.
and if you shoot them normally, you can kill them. They have double guns. They're really tough, like mini boss, not really mini boss, but like when one comes out and you hear his voice yelling at you, you know to focus on him. But if you shoot his face, the mask comes off, and he throws his guns away, and his head mutates really creepy. Like the neck gets really long. It's really horrific, but he mutates. Reminds me of a Resident Evil thing.
Huh.
His head gets really tiny and like the neck goes really long. But he turns all red and he turns into a raging Goliath, and he'll just start punching anything, like even the enemies around him. But what's cool is the more enemies he kills, he levels up and he gets bigger. So you kind of want him to kill as many enemies as he can without dying. So you want to weaken everything and let him finish it, and he'll keep leveling up until he's an epic. What is it called? Something like invincible god of destruction or something like that. And then you kill him and he drops loot everywhere, like crazy loot. So it's kind of a little mini game kind of thing. And there's lots like that because there's bugs too that if you weaken them and let them escape, they'll turn into a cocoon and start to evolve,
Hmm.
and they'll turn into like bigger. They'll get wings and stuff. And then if you weaken them or knock the wings off, they'll start to go into a bigger cocoon. And they'll turn into a big badass beetle thing, and so on, until they turn into some epic crazy thing that's like a boss. Like that's really creative. I think that's really cool. But sometimes
Hmm.
it's scary because if you're barely like if you're far from a save point with your buddy and you start seeing a couple things evolve, you're like, all right, guys, there's pods over here. We got to take these out before they evolve. We can't fight two of these giant boss things. Um, so it's really good with multiplayer and like communication and stuff. Um,
Cool.
and super funny. Like, oh my god, I just met Tiny Tina and she's the best. She is so
Ashley
funny.
Birch.
Yes, exactly. I just found that out when we were playing
Yeah.
it because he's big into voice acting, the guy that I was playing with, and I was like, let me look this up because she's awesome. And I was like, oh, it's Ashley Birch from Horizon Zero Dawn and some
Yeah.
other stuff. But yeah, so that's what I've been playing anyway. Um,
Okay.
actually, I think there's other stuff too. It's just because I've been overwhelmed lately. Like obviously Sonic, I haven't even touched it since we talked last.
Uh huh.
Just because there's so many other games, and I can't just play games all day. So
Too many games.
yes, which is a good thing, I guess. But yeah, there's just so much going on.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, what do you say we get into the E3 stuff?
Sure.
We can go in order, right? Because yeah, I think these
Hmm.
are in order. Okay, let me switch. So first up, I think it almost. Well, I guess Microsoft was pretty early on. I was gonna say it kind of goes in order of how lame everything is, but because then it starts getting awesome by the end. But Microsoft had some pretty cool stuff.
Hmm.
All right, so to start, we can start with the Google Stadia stuff. Um, I got the link open here. I used all GameSpot for all this for all these because they had a neat list of every conference.
Hmm.
Because I kind of wanted that because I don't want to forget anything. And I'm like, crap, I don't. I want a list of everything they showed so that I don't miss anything. I'll end up forgetting something. So GameSpot had everything that I needed. So
Cool.
yeah, we don't have to read the articles, but I have this because they have a list of every event. I want to kind of go by memory.
Hmm.
So did you see the Google thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I
You
did.
did. Okay. What did you think overall, if you remember it? It's a little while ago now, but
Um.
for the first, kind of thing. What do they call it? Connect, I think. Google
Yeah.
Connect,
Stadia
Stadia
Connect.
Connect. Yeah, yeah.
Um, it's interesting.
Yeah. It-
I did that test that you sent me,
oh,
and they had on there too.
internet test. Yeah.
Yeah, and like they're like, you can play 4K, you can play at like the
Nice.
best service. I was like, okay, I doubt it, but okay.
Yeah, you need like
Uh,
30 plus or 40 plus or something download, something like that.
yeah, I have like on a good day it's like 80 both
Nice.
up and
Yeah.
down, but like
I have 40 generally, but 30, 25 to 30 is. So it said 1080, and I'm like, great, that's all I've ever seen anyway. Even
yeah,
if it was 720, I'd be like, sure, as long as it runs good. It's coming out on
I
a freaking laptop, so yeah,
I don't know, like that's sort of false advertising, I feel.
sure.
Just because they're like, yeah, it's gonna be sending 4K 60 frames and everything.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
sure, but what's the delay for me?
yeah, yeah. That's everybody's questions with how is this controller gonna really fix that? Because that's supposed to be better with the controller.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll just say my quick thoughts on that. We talked about it a bit before, but I think it's gonna work. Like, of course, I don't know, and if it doesn't work, I'm like, oh well, whatever. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. PlayStation. It's just a new thing, so it's not replacing anything. So I'm cool with whatever. But and we'll know probably before it even comes out at the end of this year how bad it is.
Hmm.
Um, but I think it's gonna work because you'd think like this is a big deal to them. Obviously, they're probably gonna do the Stadia Connect every year, and it has to work. Just again, the way that that they're going all in on this.
I don't know,
Um,
but they do that for
I
so
don't.
many other
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
and they'll just abandon it
I could
if
see
they
that.
don't like it.
I could totally see what you're talking about. I just want to believe. I think because just the way they're saying it, like you can do it how you've been doing it with. You can use a PS4 controller or whatever, and it will work just like you expect. But with this special controller that has the weird internet access thing on it, and the way everything's talking, and even the other conferences like Doom Eternal, they're talking about there's no noticeable lag
Hmm.
with their thing, and that's not even Google Stadia. So I don't know. We'll see, but
Yeah, that
I'm
was
hopeful,
interesting too.
but I'm
But
also yeah. Of course, I'm like it doesn't work. All right, forget it. I don't need it. It's not. I'm not excited about it. I don't need it. But if it works, I'm
mhm,
probably gonna be jumping on to that. So,
yeah.
um, but yeah. So they right away they showed off a really cool Baldur's Gate 3 trailer. I thought that was pretty
Hmm.
rad. Did you see
Yeah.
that? Do you remember that one? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Um,
that where he was transforming into
yeah.
I forget what those are
I
called,
don't
but
know, a Cthulhu looking thing.
yeah.
But yeah. And I know that the first two games are coming. Well, plus other ones coming to like Switch and stuff. I think.
Hmm.
Um, they announced that like a week or two ago. Like a collection. I hope it's a
Yeah.
collection. It might be actually individual because there was like 5 games, Neverwinter Nights and a bunch of other D&D type games that all ones I've wanted
Yeah.
to play forever. So I just never bothered on my computer.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'd love to get those or try whatever one people recommend. Probably Baldur's Gate 2. I always hear that's amazing, but I don't know if it's a full sequel to the first one or if it's just a new game. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3. Of course, that'll probably be just on PC, so I probably never get to play it again unless Stadia becomes a thing that I play.
Hmm.
But yeah, and then Stadia Pro, um, which is $10 a month, I believe. Yeah, it's just like PlayStation Plus. I think I even wrote that in the notes just to remind me. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's discounts and free games occasionally, including I think they said Destiny 2 right off the bat, which I don't care about. But hey, if it runs 60 frames per second, looks amazing on PC. Again, compared to what I'm used to, maybe it'd be kind of cool. I don't know. And
Hmm.
$10 a month. I mean, I'm sure it'll be like 14.99 or something in Canada, but still, getting it just for a month to try out, now that's brilliant. It's so cool
Yeah.
how cheap it is. Of course, controller, we'll see, but with the input lag and stuff. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I guess they have the free, right? Like, we have to buy your games, but
You can like buy games separately. It's 720
yeah,
or something.
something like that. But yeah, but it's free to try kind of thing, so that's cool. I'd like to try some like smaller games. I'm sure they'll have like $10 games, and I'll just try it, or demos even would be smart.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't cost anything, and you can see how bad the input lag is.
Yeah. I don't know, like right now, there's not enough games there to
Yeah, no,
warrant the price at all.
yeah,
Any of the prices, honestly.
hmm
Um, so we'll just have to see what jumps in or jumps on that
service.
yeah, on that service,
hmm
and how the marketplace is going to be,
Yeah,
because that was a thing that um the main one of the Stadia guys was talking to on Sunday with Jeff Keighley on the YouTube E3 thing.
right.
He was talking about how basically the way they see I might be messing this up a little bit, but they were basically saying how um, there wouldn't really be a marketplace. They're
Huh.
basically making it say how the like the companies themselves could just sell it themselves, and then
Oh.
when you pay for it and you get it, it's just a link. Like
Huh.
they want to be very shareable. So like you just click on a link, there's the game, it just turns on.
That's cool. I think. I mean, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's not what I expected at all.
Hmm.
I honestly thought it was gonna be some big storefront like Steam and the Epic Store and all that.
Yeah, I know like they will have a store, but they were also kind of talking about how it could possibly talk to other stores maybe in the future,
Right.
just so it'd be easier for everyone, so you don't have to go to a million different stores.
Yeah.
But
That's cool. Sounds like they're saying the right things anyway.
yeah.
But yeah, of course we'll see. Again, it's not for me. It's I'm just excited about it. I can't wait till all the just podcast discussions go up, tearing it
Hmm.
apart or saying what's good about it or whatever. Um, 'Cause I guess I've always been, or I shouldn't say always, past few years or something, I've been kind of jealous, I guess, because it's like, man, everybody always, not jealous isn't the right word, but whatever, curious, I guess, where it's like everybody's like, oh, 60 frames per second on PC, or obviously crazy graphics and that if you can have the crazy computer. Um,
Hmm.
but I just don't want to deal with all that computer crap. Like I can't play freaking computer games. So. No, I mean, yeah, there's too many issues, just too much stress for me. Um,
Hmm.
but this kind of gets rid of all that. Assuming it works the way they're saying it works, then it sounds amazing. It's just click a game and it works. It's on their end. It's all updated and everything through them.
Yeah.
Um, and my internet's good enough. Again, my TV, like graphics aren't a big thing for me, but as long as it's not artifacty or like or choppy or anything, that's awful.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, if the frame rate's amazing, which I've probably barely seen good frame rate. I mean, Borderlands obviously is probably 60. It feels like it.
Yeah.
Um, that's obviously a last gen game. So, but anyways, yeah, playing like Odyssey, I keep thinking like, man, that'd be cool to buy it again because it'd be a discount. Obviously, let's say in a year or two, it'd be even discounted, more discounted on Stadia or whatever
Hmm.
to play it and see what the graphics are like and how smooth it is and all that stuff on that. Let alone play it on my laptop or anywhere in my house or whatever. Uh, we'll see. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with it.
Yeah.
And then they had the Founders Edition for 129. So yeah, probably 150 Canadian most likely, which I think is pretty awesome. Although it comes with the 4K Chromecast thing. I have a Chromecast, but it's like a 1080p one. It was just given to me a
Yeah,
while
I
back.
don't know if regular Chromecasts work with this though, because they didn't
Yeah,
really talk about that. Because at least right now they were saying
actually, you
the
think it
only
would?
way that you can
Yeah,
play is with currently is only getting the Founders Edition. Eventually, other things will
yeah. I assume it'll
roll
work,
out.
but yeah, maybe you're right. But I would be actually surprised if it was like just a regular Chromecast doesn't work because it is just streaming. That's why you can play it in any browser on old
Hmm.
computers. It would make sense, but yeah. But that's pretty cheap, I think. 150 for basically the console,
Hmm.
and you get 3 months. Plus, you can give one of your friends 3 months, if I remember right. You get
Yeah.
the controller, the 4K thing, which wouldn't help me because I don't have a 4K TV yet anyway, but soon, hopefully. Yeah, and then 3 months, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And if Destiny 2 is their first game, I hope that's something they keep going. Even if they're older games, I'm cool with that. Just um, if they're like year-old games or something like that, that's just free every month. Because I don't think PS Plus has done a great job, not including this month, because this month has been great. But lately, they haven't been putting big AAA, even if they're a year or two old.
Yeah.
Like you'd think the Division would have been a PS Plus game before Division 2 came out, things like that. They never do.
Yeah,
They
you
never
would
do
think
that.
so.
So, but anyways, yeah, I think the controller looks kind of cool, like fine, like it doesn't look bad or nothing. I think looks fine.
Hmm.
What do you think about the controller?
Yeah, it looks fine. It's
Looks
not.
functional.
Yeah, it looks functional. Like it's not too
But
innovative or different, but
right,
like it's doing what it needs to be doing.
yeah, it doesn't have three analog sticks or
Not yet.
something. Yeah,
That'll be like the N64
Yeah, I was
2 or
gonna say
something.
the next Nintendo console is just gonna throw everything out of the window, and
Yeah.
that's a discussion we could have for an hour, and just in and of that itself is what the heck are they gonna do for the next console? Because
Hmm.
can they not do handheld slash console again? Like I don't know, man, crazy. But yeah, and then the internet speed test. What else? I don't know if there's anything else. Oh, new Darksiders game. It looks like a Diablo game,
Yeah.
and it's like a spin-off. Um,
Yeah, it's a spin-off. It's not like a remake or
yeah,
whatever.
Darksiders Genesis. It says here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's new characters too.
yeah.
So like
I
that's
think that's
interesting.
cool. If it's great, then awesome. Um, I honestly love Diablo type games, so
Hmm.
um, I love when I get a lot of bang for my buck. So if I'm buying a full price game, I want to be able to play it for a year, kind of thing, on and off for a year with updates and new gear and crazy end game things to do, and
Yeah.
but I'm not so much into the games as a service kind of stuff. That's a little different, but Destiny,
Hmm.
Division, that kind of stuff, for some reason doesn't gel with me. But anyways, yeah. Any final thoughts on the Stadia thing? It wasn't too exciting, I didn't think, but
Um, the only thing I have, unless I'm thinking incorrectly, wasn't Destiny 2 announced to be free to play on other platforms soon?
yeah, it was right after, shortly after that
Yeah, so like what's
conference.
the point of getting the Founders Edition if
Yeah,
their only
it's the
game?
only the base vanilla game that's free. I remember reading, but and
Okay.
this has every expansion and everything. So,
Yeah,
but they
but
should have been clear. You'd think they would have known. They should
maybe
have
they didn't
said,
know yet.
I maybe, and that sucks for them. that
Yeah.
Bungie, I guess, yeah, Bungie didn't tell them, but uh, yeah, that's pretty sneaky. But yeah, that was a little embarrassing. But I didn't feel like it was big news because of all the E3 stuff going on. It kind of got swept under the rug, I
Hmm.
guess. Um, but yeah, that's a weird thing. I wonder if the news went back to even like when we got it on PS Plus. Bungie surely knew that they were going to do that at some point. So like, let's just put it out on everything. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows? But anyways, I think that's about it. I thought the actual it's not a conference, but whatever, Connect, I guess, direct thing. I thought it was actually done pretty well. It was fine. Um,
Hmm.
the way they showcased everything, and is it Phil Harrison? I think he's the Google guy.
I forget.
Yeah, well, I don't want to get that wrong, but I think it was Phil Harrison. Anyways, when he came out at the beginning and was talking about everything, I'm not going to say here, but this is at the bottom. Doesn't matter. I think it is Phil Harrison. But anyways, him coming out and talking about everything at the beginning, I thought it was done pretty well for their first show.
Hmm.
Um, I do hope it's a success, and I hope that they're around for a long time, and it just becomes a you know another conference that we look forward to at E3. I don't know. Who knows? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we can go to the EA stuff.
All right.
I completely missed the EA stuff because I'm not a big fan of the anything that they were showing.
Hmm.
Um, like just looking at this headline, I mean, I'm a little curious about Star Wars, and you said you saw that, so. Um, and I'm mostly only curious about Star Wars because a buddy of mine barely plays games, but he has a PS4. He just bought it for God of War. He loves God of War.
Okay.
But he's also a huge Star Wars fan, so he plays a Star Wars game once every 7 or 8 years because they hardly make them. Force Unleashed he was into last gen,
Hmm.
so he's excited about this. So I wanted to check it out just for that, but I haven't yet.
Okay.
But yeah, what'd you think? And it wasn't an actual conference, right? It was just
No,
they
it was
just
it
played
was
games or something.
yeah, was it like called EA Play or something? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
some casual
Treehouse.
showcase, yeah, like treehouse type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is an audience. It's outside.
Okay,
Um,
so just doing something different.
yeah, and there's like a couch. It feels like what's that called? Sony or PlayStation Experience
Okay, I've only heard about that. Yeah. Okay.
or PSX or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, PSX.
I got you.
Like it feels like that, like when they would have people on like couches and like some people
Yep,
would interview them.
yep, yep.
Depending on who the host was for the segment, they would interview like the developers or whatever. So like for example, Greg Miller was there for the Star Wars, um, talking about that, interviewing some people for that. There are other people for different um, like for each game. There's basically someone different talking about it.
Right.
But yeah,
So
Star
did Greg
Wars.
have to interview people for FIFA?
No, no, he
Okay,
wasn't there
okay,
for that.
because that would have been worth watching.
It would have. Uh,
Just to watch him try.
yeah. He's like, so how's Pele doing?
Yeah.
Um,
How about
but
that
yeah,
soccer?
that football.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Star Wars looks
And
very interesting.
I will say now I'm just remembering. I think I do remember seeing some Star Wars. So I see the list. I have it up on the screen here of different things that they showed. They showed
Hmm.
Saw Gerrera from Rogue One. I remember. Or was it Rogue One? Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Was it
I
Rogue One?
think
Okay.
so.
Yeah. Now I'm second guessing myself. But yeah, it is. Pretty sure. It's. But now I remember I did see some gameplay and it actually looked pretty cool.
Yeah, because they
So
showed off 15 minutes of full gameplay.
okay. Wow. That's a
And they were
long. That's a
talking
long
about
time.
how, yeah, they were talking about how the the gameplay that they saw the day before,
Hmm.
like for their whole rehearsal and all that, it was the same thing, but it played out differently.
Ah,
So there was a moment where
it's one of
you
those
have
games.
Jedi powers, you can like slow down time, you can move people like with telepathy, like the way that Jedis do.
Yep.
And there's a really cool moment in the EA Play version demo where there was a stormtrooper who shot a bullet. He slowed down time on the bullet. He used force pull to pull the stormtrooper towards him, and then just like lined up the bullet and the
Oh.
stormtrooper together, and then it just killed himself. So he
Okay.
shot himself essentially.
That's interesting. I
Yeah,
hope
that
they got
was really
more stuff
cool.
like that. And it's
Yeah,
not just that's something you do over and over.
yeah. Well, they were saying like there's so many different ways to play this
Okay.
game. Not everyone's going to um,
Yeah, see the same
play the
stuff.
same
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
It seems very, from what I've seen, it seems kind of linear. It feels like a
Mm-hmm.
Uncharted,
Yep, yep. I
but
figured.
with Star Wars. But that's not a bad thing.
Yep.
It
I want
seems,
to say God of War, but I mean that opened up eventually. So.
yeah. Right now, it feels the combat feels it feels it
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
like it kind of looks like God of War or any sort of action RPG
Yep,
type
yep.
game.
Yeah, I hope there's skill
Um,
trees and stuff and
yeah, I'm sure there are.
hmm every game's an
Uh,
RPG these days, so
Pretty much, which is good and
yeah,
bad.
yeah, we're living in the best best years here. So
Yeah.
every Call of
Um,
Duty game has like abilities and skill trees and stuff. It's
yeah.
crazy.
But yeah, I mean, it looks cool.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I thought it
we'll
looked
see.
alright.
It comes out November 10th, I believe.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch that, so I'm glad you know that.
I think it's November
It
10th.
doesn't even say that here. Oh, well, let me scroll down. Nope. I don't know.
Yeah, because they said the release date. Huh. Yeah, I guess it doesn't say there.
But this year, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's November 10th.
Okay. Man,
Um,
November. Holy crap.
which is coming too soon. I don't know if I'd buy this immediately.
Yeah. Oh, but you're
Um,
that interested in it, eh? You gotta play it.
I'll play it eventually, but there's just
Cool.
so many. That's the issue. Like what we were talking about earlier. There's so many games coming out. I have
Yeah.
to
November's
pick and
ridiculous.
choose.
And now I'm just realizing how ridiculous March is and April of next year.
Well, that how ridiculous September is for this year.
Oh yeah. Dragon Quest. I can't think of anything else.
Dragon Quest, Zelda, Catherine.
Catherine, you're
Um,
right. Oh yeah, Zelda. That's not a full price game though either. It's Zelda, right? Or we don't know. Probably
I
is.
think it is.
Now that they've showed off some extra features.
Unfortunately, I think it
Yeah.
is.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. That's all really EA had for me.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna scroll through here, but I don't. Battlefield 5, FIFA 20, some Anthem stuff, I guess. Madden, Sims 4. Yeah, just a
Oh yeah,
new
Sims 4 they announced a
expansion or
new
something. Yeah,
expansion, Island
yeah. Yeah.
Life.
I'm
I
looking at the
forget.
indie game list. And I don't recognize them, so I don't think there's anything that made headlines or anything too crazy. Yeah, that's why I skipped it. I don't think they've ever done anything that interesting for me. So,
Hmm.
like even in E3's past, where they actually had a show floor thing going on, I was like, nah. And I'm a big, well, I used to be a little less now in the last couple of years, but a big hockey guy as far as the NHL series goes, and they're the same game over and over again, or
Yeah.
they'll take features out and then the next year they'll put them in and be like new features, this whole new mode and stuff, and I'm like, they had that like 3 years ago.
Hmm.
That's not a new feature, so I stopped buying them.
Yeah.
But I need to get a new one though because my NHL 17, which came out in 2016, is I don't even have it on my system anymore. It's really out of date, so I kind of do need to. I'll probably buy the next one or this year's one soon when it's because it's really cheap right now. So
Well, right now it's pretty cool. They had that EA um, pack where it was like cheaper to buy every single EA
oh my
sports
god,
game from this year compared to just buying one.
yeah. And so how many people are into all the different sports though? Oh my god,
I don't know.
I never thought about that. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, because it came with Madden, it came with FIFA, it came with NHL,
Jeez,
um,
NBA.
and NBA. Yeah, I
Wow.
think that was it.
And who would do that? I don't know if people are into that. How can you watch that many sports? Oh my god. Like to be into
I
it,
don't
but
know.
I could understand a dual pack maybe if you could
I
pick
know
and
there
choose
are
two of
dual
them.
packs. I've
Okay.
seen those at
Because if you could be
retailers.
like FIFA and NHL, like totally. I know people that are into both football, definitely, or Madden or whatever, and NHL. I know people that around here are
Or
both
Madden and
NBA
NBA.
exactly. Because, but I mean, geez. But anyways, yeah. Let's move on from EA. I'm already bored. Um, um, I almost want to say poor EA, but no, not poor EA. But Star Wars might be cool. That
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. So, all right, now here's the first big one. And we might have. I'm curious what your thoughts are. We might have different opinions on this Microsoft one, but maybe.
Okay.
I wish this was in order because, well, maybe it is because now see because it starts on my GameSpot thing here. It starts with like Halo Infinite, but that's not.
Yeah,
That's
that
what.
was like the last thing.
Yeah, so whatever. We'll still do it in this order just so we're not missing out on stuff. Yeah, let me look at my notes here. So yeah, okay, we'll start with Halo Infinite. They ended with that. Okay, what do you think of that? Um, and
Um,
you saw this conference, right?
yeah,
Or
for the most
most
part,
of it?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It looked interesting. I
Did it?
haven't.
Did it
I
really?
never. I haven't played Halo 5.
Okay.
I've played all the others.
Okay, cool. So you were a resident Xbox guy. Got it.
I mean, I guess last generation, yeah, I
Sure.
was Xbox 360 majority of the
Right,
time.
right.
Um, yeah, it looks very cool.
Did it
It's
look
it's
next
Master
gen to you?
Chief.
I mean, it was just a cutscene, but
We'll see.
yeah, it just. I never even thought of that until I heard somebody mention that. Like, oh yeah, this come out in Scarlet or whatever, their next system and all this. And I'm like, wait, I didn't even clue into that. Like that doesn't. It doesn't look anything special. Like worth buying a new console over. But anyways, you
Yeah,
think
I
they
mean
would have
that's
showed
what
that
people were
off, right?
talking about
Like,
as well, but
yeah,
there could be more subtle things that
right.
are actually there that we're just
Gameplay
not seeing
could
yet
be
in the
crazy, right?
gameplay.
Yeah, it could be flying around, and then it could be seamless this, seamless that, whatever.
Yeah, seamlessness. There could be a lot of just like particles, like dust, and
Right. There could be,
I don't know,
but you'd think they
just
would show
a lot of
something, right?
environmental
Oh my
things.
God.
But because we didn't really see gameplay,
Yeah.
that's why.
Didn't they do like they showed Halo and like that cutscene? I remember it now a little bit. And then didn't they like show another bit after? Yeah, with Cortana or something. And it was just kind of lame. It was just kind of like I thought they were gonna drop something, like here's the
Yeah.
big next console thing. Here's what to get excited for. It was just like now, granted, I'm not a Halo guy, so I don't even know what to look out for. But
hmm
I only played the first one on PC like 100 years ago.
Yeah, I
Um,
know people didn't like 5, and
right.
also 5 didn't have split screen co-op.
Ah, right.
So that was the main reason why I did not play it.
Gotcha.
Um, so yeah, that's why I didn't play that one.
Yeah.
So it's been a while since I've seen a Halo game or cared about a Halo game.
Right.
This looks interesting enough. I've heard that the story in Halo 5 wasn't that good.
Yeah. I don't think it
Uh,
reviewed badly though, right? It's just one of the
yeah,
weaker
well
ones then. Yeah.
I heard it didn't really focus on Master Chief,
Oh,
but I
gotcha.
could be
Wasn't
wrong.
Halo Reach like that?
Yeah, Halo Reach was
Or at
like
least
that,
that
but
was
that one was
subtitles.
cool.
But
Yeah.
yeah, gotcha.
I mean, people didn't really like that one either, but
Oh,
I
well, there
liked it a
you go.
lot. The
Fair enough.
multiplayer was really cool. Um,
Cool.
yeah, Halo's Halo. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Cool.
It's kind of strange to announce Halo coming out next year
Yeah.
of holiday of next year when Scarlet comes out. It just seems a little annoying.
Yeah, and people didn't even get a Halo on this gen.
Yeah.
That's so
Wait, no,
weird.
oh no, they got 5.
That was Xbox One.
Yeah.
Must have been really early on then, right? So never mind.
Yeah, it was.
Gotcha.
That's
Yeah, okay,
because
that's
I
cool then.
remember they were
Sure.
talking about how
I thought that was last
how
gen.
what do you call it? Yeah, that's why there was no split screen co-op because they were like,
Hmm.
oh, it's we're using so much of the hardware to do this, we can't do split
Was that
screen
back in the
anymore.
Kinect days still? When they were
Yeah,
oh,
that
okay,
was back in
okay.
Connect
When they
days.
needed some of the power to run the Kinect all the time.
Yeah.
It's great. All right, let's go with the okay. There's this Elden Ring thing now. That's a Lord of the Rings game, right?
No,
No, because it totally looked like an old Lord of the Rings game, and then it revealed the title of Elden Ring. I'm like, oh, it's definitely a Lord of the Rings game.
no, it's George Railroad Martin.
Yep, and from Software. I s- wow, because it looked. I swear I thought it was a Lord of the Rings thing.
No, it's not at all. It's a
Okay.
original
All right, well, to
story.
be honest, maybe I'm a little more interested in it now because now it can kind of go anywhere, as far as the content goes, right? So
Yeah, I'm interested in it, but at the same time, I don't really care for Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones or any of that kind of stuff. So
high fantasy stuff.
yeah, so I won't
But it might not be.
touch
I
it.
mean, it was literally just a vague trailer, right? It wasn't even.
Yeah,
We don't even know what it
exactly.
is. So, and that'll be the
Yeah,
theme for a lot of this conference, I think. Maybe even E3 in general. I think it's
yeah.
this conference, especially. It's 2020 games. Just think of next gen. Skip this gen for them, for the
Hmm.
most part, except for one awesome thing, and
Hmm.
uh, and just trailers that they're just commercials for something is coming. We don't know what it is, but I'm excited because it's from software and George R. R. Martin, whatever, however he's involved. Sure, that's exciting. Whatever, we'll see.
Hmm.
Um, and then the XCloud stuff. I don't remember them talking about this. It probably just went,
They briefly talked about it, if I
yeah.
remember correctly. They're just like,
Um,
hey, don't forget,
we're doing
this
a
is happening.
Stadia or a Stadia type thing too. So something like that. Anyway,
Yeah, they talked about it more. They talked about XCloud more at the end. Yeah, when they were talking about when they were talking about Scarlet, because they said some like really confusing stuff about like how you could use your console as a server,
right? Yes, I remember that.
and that
Yeah,
sounds like remote play for PlayStation,
yeah. It's just, you gotta show it in practice, people. Oh my god,
but like that doesn't sound
you have millions of
what
people
you
watching. It's like,
promised.
come on, let's explain stuff or show it in practice. Like,
This feels like they explain. This feels like they showed this off too early.
yeah, right.
Still,
It launches in October though, so that's like right around the corner.
yeah.
Um,
I would prefer it if they just said, "Hey, is this still coming?" And then next E3, they're like, "Hey, here is the Xbox
yep.
uh, One XX,"
Yeah.
and
And yet another
yeah,
another Xbox.
and launching with the Pokemon Plus Plus.
Oh god. Support for Pokemon Plus Plus. Yeah.
But when we didn't even see the actual box, we didn't see the hardware. That was a weird
For
part.
XCloud?
Oh, I'm just talking about Scarlet
For
now, I
Scarlet?
guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, XCloud. Yeah, we don't really know what it is yet.
No, just some
Um,
Stadia streaming type stuff.
but it seems like it's only tied, as far as I can tell, it's only tied to Game Pass.
Oh, okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, that can be cool. I mean, everybody loves the Game Pass. I'm not too familiar. I just hear about everybody else talking about how cool it is, and so it's like, hey, add more stuff to it.
Yeah.
I'd like other companies to catch on. I love competition in that way, so it's cool
Hmm.
to see. Like I've hated Xbox less and less over the years. Oh, not hate isn't the right word, but you know what I mean.
Hmm.
Especially last gen it was a lot of you were kind of one or the other. um, but this year I think I kind of feel sorry for them, especially with the way
Hmm.
everything started. Um, and now that
Yeah, I mean that
PlayStation's on
was that
top,
one guy.
now I'm kind of like patting them on the head, like it's all right, just do some cool things. Hopefully
I,
Sony will pick some of those ideas up too, and everybody can
yeah,
be
because
happy.
what was that? Was that 2013 E3 where they're
That
like,
was when it,
"Here's how you,"
yeah, because that's when it launched. Late 2013 is when PS4 launched and all that. So
and they're like, and then Sony was like, "Here's how you share games."
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that president. He just didn't really the
Oh
before.
yeah. I can
I
see his
forget his
face
name.
too. He's like a younger guy.
He just
Yeah.
wasn't good.
No, I didn't like him.
Like stage
Interviews was
presence.
awful too. Like interviews with him were awful.
Yeah, but Phil Spencer, it's where it's at.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, Phil Spencer. I'm not too familiar with him. I can see his face in my head right now, but I
He's
don't
been
know.
very good.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. So from the kind of funny guys mostly. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's the guy he patted his hip, right?
Huh?
He patted his hip. You know what I'm talking about? I watched the kind of funny reaction to that.
No, that was
Or was
that
that a
was
different one? Was that Ubisoft?
Phil Spencer's the guy who is the president of
No, I
Microsoft.
know Phil Spencer, but who was the guy
Oh,
that patted his hip to walk up on stage? It was Bethesda.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
Bethesda.
never
I
mind,
forget
never
his
mind.
name though.
That's right. Um, but it is kind of funny that talk good about Phil Spencer. So that's where I know that people
Yeah.
like him. So,
Mm-hmm.
but anyways, yeah. And then they showed okay, so Outer Worlds, which is a game that I'm kind of excited about, but I don't remember them even showing. I think the trailer was just, hey, don't forget about this game. It was nothing
Mm-hmm.
new. Um, because I like Fallout New Vegas and I like the idea of another Fallout that isn't Fallout. Totally cool with that. We'll see if the Outer Worlds
Mm-hmm.
is good. Sci-fi RPG though, sign me up. So we'll see. Too many games. I can't even think about that
Too
right now.
many games indeed.
Yeah. And then they showed off a new controller that apparently I wish I got the price, but I'm pretty sure I heard people say it was like 160.
I think that was like kind of the same price of what the
Last one was.
original
Maybe
Elite
it's more
was.
than that actually. Then maybe it's 200 US.
Hmm.
It's something like that because it's around there for sure. Like
Okay.
150 to 200. Because whoever it was that said he's like I just bought an Elite controller like the last one for 160 and this one I think is just a bit more. He's like I
Hmm.
wish I would have got weighted or something, but it
Yeah.
looks way too. Okay, this is me as I think I'm in between. I used to be a little more hardcore, but now I'm way more between casual and hardcore. Um, like just generalizing.
Hmm.
Where I see these controllers and I'm like, why? I don't understand. Like, why?
They're interesting. Like because like it's hardcore and it's accessibility at the same time
True. Yeah, I didn't. I never
because you
think
can
of it
just
that way.
program
I
them.
think it's because it's called Elite, so I think like I don't
Yeah.
understand why. Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I know
Because
gaming in general can be like obviously with shooters and stuff they can be very competitive, Apex and all this stuff, but
hmm
like, that's become a thing, and obviously esports and all this. I understand all that, but like for me personally, I see it and I'm like, oh my god, this is too much. Like it's a video game. Like it's just have some fun. Don't worry. It's just stressful to think about playing it
yeah.
hardcore, serious, gotta win or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, but then you said accessibility. I didn't even think of that. So, and actually the one thing I will say, customization. And I guess that goes with accessibility. I'm really cool with that.
Hmm.
Like the way you can. I think that it looked like you can take out the analog sticks and switch things, and that's cool.
Yeah. You could do that with the last one. I'm pretty sure too.
Yeah, I've seen some other ones too where you can swap like the D-pad with the analog stick and things.
Yeah, and you can
I
also
like
just
that
swap
stuff.
the D-pad like the weird. I don't know. They had like a mouse type D-pad,
Oh,
and you
jeez.
could take that off, and then
Yeah,
it was a regular D-pad. I don't
cool.
know.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I like that stuff. I like the customization, so it's comfortable, I guess.
Yeah.
But like tweaking the analog sticks so they're just stiff enough, and like the L2 and R2 or bumpers or whatever.
Hmm.
You barely have to touch it for them to go. And I'm like, oh my god, that's too much. Um, but yeah, for the money too. It's just like, though I'm glad it exists. I would never take that away.
Yeah.
It just doesn't interest me. I'm just like, nope, that's the opposite where my gaming goes. That's too much stress. If I'm putting that much money into a controller to get better at a game or something, it's like, nah, it's all good.
Hmm.
Um, so you have an elite one. You're not going to get this new one.
I don't have one now.
Do you want? Are you any interest in buying the new one?
Not really. I don't really touch my Xbox
Right.
much, to be honest, this console generation.
Gotcha.
Um, I'm looking into getting an Xbox One X probably soon.
Cool.
I might get I might just wait for the
Next gen.
Scarlet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
Gotcha.
So the Xbox One X's like right now, they come with the Elite controllers, I'm pretty sure.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
And it's price decent.
they're on sale normally for like 400.
Hmm. Geez, and that's like a $150 controller.
Yeah.
Wow, so that's a good deal then.
Yeah.
Cool. Does Sony have anything like that? Crazy controllers?
They do, but it's third party, but
Oh,
they like
lame. Yeah.
but they embrace it as their own
Okay.
official
I
thing.
haven't heard anything, so I don't know if they're good quality or
I
what the
forget what
price
it's
is.
called. I think it's a is it Razer or
Hmm.
um yeah, I think it might be Razer or something like that. Whoever makes headsets, like they made a
Oh,
special
okay.
controller,
Gotcha.
but it's wired only and all this other crazy stuff.
Oh, strange.
Yeah, well, no, only I feel like only first party controllers are always wireless.
Okay, really?
Yeah,
Huh. Wonder.
it's some sort of copyright thing, I
Yeah, it must
believe,
be. I was just thinking that. That's weird. I had
because
no
there's
idea.
always like a dongle USB thing for like Bluetooth to
Yeah, like
interact with the thing.
headsets. Yeah, wow. Headsets are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never clued into that. That's interesting. That's kind of weird, but sure.
Yeah, they're probably just not allowed to use whatever
Yep.
channels or stuff they're using.
Right.
So,
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I guess I understand hacking purposes and whatever else. Yeah.
hmm
Anyways, so okay, let's move on to the. I still think okay, the Nintendo conference had some moments that were pretty crazy. The Square conference blew me away. Like there were so many
hmm
moments. But now that I'm stepped away from it, and that I still think, again, subjectively, I guess, like not my personal feelings with Final Fantasy and stuff, but I still think the Cyberpunk reveal and all of that was still the best thing at E3. I
yeah, it
think.
was breathtaking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's including all of the spontaneous stuff, like all of that happened, and how good he
Yeah.
was on stage and that. But anyways, so Cyberpunk had a trailer, just a CG trailer, although it's hard to tell. But I'm sure
hmm
it's just CG. But it's weird because Witcher didn't have like any CGI or anything. So I'm like, where they're doing this now? Did they obtain like they were able to do the CGI stuff? They've never. Oh, I guess that's it. Wait. Witcher had an opening CGI scene. So yeah, never mind. There is a CGI scene in the opening, a really long one too. So that's true, and it did look really good. But so never mind. Um, but this looks like it has CGI story beats, like,
Yeah.
and that doesn't even. And what we saw doesn't even seem like a main story beat. I guess it's probably early in the game though. But it's just like a conversation between some thugs and stuff, and then
hmm
and it breaks out into a fight. Maybe it's just an early game thing. It's probably the intro, maybe I don't know. But anyways,
Yeah. It
yeah,
looks pretty intro.
yeah, they showed a trailer of this the young guy who I think is who he plays because he has that
hmm
cool coat. So with the LED collar and all that, um, it basically it goes into like uh, an apartment and it looks like he's trying to sell something or he set up a deal to trade something and a lot of shifty looking people. It goes into the apartment and I'm kind of jumping ahead, but yeah, he goes into the bathroom, comes out of the bathroom, starts getting like beat up, and he has these the mantis claw things that are so amazing because they just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like I cannot wait to play the game, man. Oh, I'm so psyched for it. But I can't wait to see if it's amazing. Like, I got to see because I watched some behind the scenes stuff yesterday too. Some people did some interviews and they talked more about the RPG mechanics and stuff. So, but yeah, and then they like hold him and it shows like a flashback of how he got the thing he's selling, and it looks like he lost a friend of his during the shootout,
Yeah.
and it just gives him this like they're choking him out, and then it just gives him this energy, and he just fights back like fight or flight kind of thing. Hacks the guy up, and the music kicks in, and that it's like so cool. That girl like hacks into him. It's like psychic powers, right? But it's like not really.
hmm
But in that world, it kind of is. It's just hacking into people's limbs and things.
Yeah.
Um, that just blew my mind too. Cause I'm like, oh my god, that's a whole thing you could do too. Like,
Yeah. It's just like wireless hacking.
yeah, that's speaking of the Bluetooth stuff and that.
Yeah.
Um, and you should have been in airplane mode, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
but and yeah, and it just ends in like a quick gunfight, and then the thing I was watching the Easy Allies reaction to this.
hmm
It's kind of how I prefer to watch these conferences actually. Sometimes they talk over them, which I don't like, but which me and Steph did when we did the Square one. We talked a lot, but whatever.
hmm
But to watch it, that was an awesome reaction. Watching their reaction to everything. Um, but yeah, and so that's the end of that trailer. And one of the guys at Easy Allies there was like, "Is that it? You can't end with that. Like that's cool to see a CGI trailer, but that's it. Like now they're gonna move on or whatever. You got to show a little more." And then it came up. It said like rebooting, whatever, and started up a little end trailer thing. And then Keanu Reeves gets revealed to be in the game. And I
Yeah.
forget his character name, but it's such a wacky, dumb name.
It's Johnny something.
Yeah. Oh man.
Johnny Silverhand.
Yeah, that's yes. I think
Or
that's right. Yeah.
yeah.
um, he looks awesome, and he talks about like you got more work to do. We got to burn the city or something like that. But yeah, the reaction when it's freaking him, and I'm like, if this game didn't need any of this. It's so hyped
Yeah.
already, and it's like, no, we're gonna keep going. It's like, man, CD Projekt Red is just killing it, like crazy. And then to have Keanu Reeves come out on stage, um, and he was amazing. Like I hate celebrity guests, and I hate like free 3. I don't even like
hmm
watching conferences in general because they're so cringy. Like the Microsoft
hmm
one had some moments, I think, Maybe I'm wrong, but all the conferences kind of blend together. Ubisoft definitely did. Um, Bethesda definitely did. I just hate
Mhm.
the stage just talking about stuff and then yeah. Anyways, it's just so cringy and so cheesy a lot of it.
Yeah.
And um, yeah, but he was amazing. Like he came out and talked so candidly. It did not feel like he was reading from the script that he clearly had. He said like,
Hmm.
"Come on, guys!" They're all clapping for him. He's like, "I gotta get this done. I gotta get talking."
Yeah.
And it was, but he did it so fun. Like he looked like he was having fun and just yeah,
I mean, he's a well talented actor who's acted for years, so I'm
right.
sure.
I guess, but again, they have. I guess the celebrities they have are more comedians and stuff,
Yeah.
um, and we'll get there with another thing, but yeah, but no, he was awesome in the breathtaking thing where the guys, he's like, and when he's like cyberpunk, and he's like saying this, he looks like he's having so much fun up there,
Yeah.
and then somebody, and he's like this breathtaking city, and then just you just hear one voice in the crowd yell, "You're breathtaking," and he's like, "No,
Yeah.
you're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking." Like I think I clapped during that. I was like, I'm having fun. This is what I want from these conferences. Um,
Yeah, I heard that guy who said you're
mhm.
breathtaking like got a free collector's edition of this game.
And I saw last night that he opted to give whatever the money would be to charity instead of taking the game.
Huh.
I don't know what it,
Nice.
so if that's like $100 or $150, I don't know, or maybe something else came of that. I should have looked into that,
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's
I saw that
interesting.
yesterday on Reddit and stuff. So a bunch of people were talking about it. Um, so yeah, that was the highlight for me. I think for all of E3, that's something I'll always remember. But
Yeah.
also some Square stuff. But yeah, that was amazing. That got me hyped up for even more for the game. Just I cannot wait to play that freaking game.
Hmm.
Usually I'm even like I was talking about Stadia earlier, and obviously Odyssey took me a while to buy, and I usually take a while before I buy a game or before I'm sold on it. But something like, for instance, Red Dead 2, I bought like a week before it came out, um, and but I knew I was gonna buy it months before. It's like there's certain ones that I'm like every maybe once a year, not even. Or Witcher 3 was another one that I bought before I even knew if it was gonna be good or not. Um, there's certain games that I'm like I'm just gonna buy it day one. I support what they're doing. I like everything they're saying. I just want to give them my money, kind of thing. This is one of those games I think I'm probably going to buy it before I even look at reviews and stuff. It's probably going to be have everything I want anyway. So I just want to support CD Projekt Red. Their anti DLC stuff, or that's not the right way to say that, but like they're anti like they're like no, we're not doing any of that. You buy the game once and you have everything. And maybe
Yeah.
we'll do expansions later if there's demand for it. It's like that's yes, give me. I just want to give you my money and support that. So
Uh-huh.
anyway, so Cyberpunk is definitely. I'm shocked. And they gave us a release date of April 16th, April 16th, which is good because March is so. I think there's so many things in March. There's a couple things that I want to get. Um, but uh, but yeah, April sounds okay. Um, I'll definitely be buying this in April for sure.
Hmm.
And I'm just happy that it's a PS4 game. I don't have to think about, oh, do I want to buy it? Like, do I want to? Let's say it's cross-gen, which it will be eventually, but I'm sure. But
Hmm.
let's say it came out the end of next year. I'd be thinking, crap. Well, Microsoft's console's coming out end of next year. I bet you PS5's coming out end of next year. I might just wait on the game and then buy it like a while after I get a PS5 or something, whenever I can afford it. You know.
Yeah.
But the fact that this comes out early next year, probably a year or 6, 7, 8, whatever, however many months before PS5, means I'll pick it up. So anyways, oh yeah, and watching that cutscene and stuff is the first time that I've been like, I need. No, that's not the right way to say that. I want really badly a PS4 Pro and a 4K TV.
Yeah.
But that's $1,000 plus. So I have no idea where I'm gonna. I'll figure it out. But TV first anyway, because at least I can use that. Like you know, I can still games will still look amazing. I'm still on my Toshiba 32-inch from 2006. So
Mm.
Anyways, all right. So that was a big one. Did you think that was? You saw that? You thought it was cool and everything?
Yeah, I saw it. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know if I'll buy it,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it looks awesome.
Cool.
I just need to see reviews. I need to see more gameplay and
Yeah. No, I get
see
that.
how it actually plays. And
Oh, I bet
who
you
knows?
you probably have games like that too, right? Where you just know you're gonna buy it, like Kingdom Hearts and stuff. It doesn't matter
Yeah,
how it is. It's just yeah.
yeah, like the Mana thing I had to buy yesterday since it
Right.
came out yesterday.
Yeah, I want to get it just to again to support it and that. But yeah, $50 Canadian. It's like, and I have all those games pretty much. Like it's like, I can wait, I guess. And again, and with the remake, I'm like, maybe I can play that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, we can move on. So they had this big Gears 5 thing. Do you play Gears at all?
I haven't played 4,
Okay.
so it's another Halo
Yeah, and I
situation.
know that it
I
didn't review like crazy either. So
I heard it was fine, but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I do remember watching. They didn't show gameplay. I don't think they just showed a lot of CGI again.
Hmm.
But September 10th, a release date for Gears 5. They showed a new mode called Escape, which just looked like this could have been in an E3 for Xbox 360 or something. Like it's just a CGI trailer that doesn't say anything to me. I don't know. Like here's a mode that can. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I heard there was more to show that wasn't on the actual conference.
Okay. Did people play it on the show floor? You know, or anything like that?
I'm not sure. I saw something else different,
Okay.
like a different cutscene or something that looked more in-game engine
Oh, okay.
esque, but I'm not quite sure. I just know it wasn't the video music video thing that we saw in the
Yeah,
conference.
yeah. And the camera like flew in backstage or something and all that weird stuff.
Yeah.
That was kind of cringy, but whatever. But I'm also not a Gears
Hmm.
5 guy, or Gears in general. I never really played them. I
Yeah,
remember on
Gears is fun.
I remember on 360 seeing again they always showed gameplay pretty much. And I remember seeing gameplay and being like, oh, this looks very cinematic and the graphics are nice. So
Hmm.
um, I always remember Gears looked cool, but not my kind of game.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but when did I say this come out? September? Yeah, September 10th apparently.
Yep.
So actually that's pretty soon. So um, and for the record, I hope it turns out amazing. Oh, 10 out of 10, and everybody loves it.
Yeah.
Um, and so this was another cool thing for the Microsoft thing, but I wish it didn't leak. Was the
Hmm.
Borderlands 2 DLC? I think we talked about it last show, maybe, or maybe I can't remember.
Either last show or a couple
So
shows
we did
ago.
talk about it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is really cool that bringing out. I hope this becomes a trend of bringing out DLC for older games to get people ready for a new sequel.
Hmm.
Like right now, if Gears 5 or Gears 4 DLC came out and it's like some cross thing, it would get people not only buying the older game but getting ready for a new one. You know, I hope that becomes a trend. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Um, like, and this is just one that pops in my head, but like if we ever get another Witcher game, I don't know if it'll ever start. I think he said the story's done for Geralt, but if we get another Witcher game that maybe stars Ciri or stars something else someday, it'd be cool if they were like, here's some Witcher 3 DLC, and it kind of
Hmm.
bridges the gap. Like that'd be so cool, you know. I mean, you can only
Yeah.
do it with really big games, I think, but
Hmm.
yeah, I haven't played it yet because the level caps or the level requirements are level 30, and you can start a new character and just start at level 30. But I have a current character, so but we're close.
Hmm.
We'll finish the story, then we want to do the D&D campaign because the person I'm playing with is a big D&D guy, and I heard it's hilarious and really well done.
Huh. Okay.
One of the trophies is something like this. All the trophies are like using thou and all this stuff, and like in the description. And one of them is I'm gonna butcher this, but it was something like throw the 20-sided orb of choosing or something like that. And it's like so I'm guessing there's dice rolls and stuff in it too.
Yeah.
Um, so I can't wait to check it out. I heard that's like the only DLC that's really worth going back to. They're all great, but that one is like, because I don't want to play Borderlands 2 for like months or whatever. I just want to kind of get through the story, kind of get caught up, get and play it with my buddy. So we'll just do the Tiny Tina Dragon Keep one, and then we'll do the Borderlands, the new one. So,
Hmm.
which is weird. So it's free. DLC is free, but only for June, and then it's $20 Canadian.
That's weird.
Yeah, and that's a lot of money. Like it's just weird to have it free and then bump it up to $20. Um, but I see it as I saw it when I first noticed that. I saw it as a good thing because I'm like, oh, they're rewarding people that are paying attention to E3
Yeah.
and stuff. Because like both of my friends that play it don't watch all the E3 stuff. They had no idea that was a thing. So I was like, hey guys, go buy the thing or download it. So they would have never even
Hmm.
thought about it. So that's cool. Um, yeah, yeah. You don't care about any of that. You're not going to be playing Borderlands anytime soon.
No, I'm not going to.
Gotcha. And then okay, so there's they did some Forza stuff. Um, you're a big Forza fan,
Not really.
no? We can just
I,
skip
the
this.
Lego car looked cool.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a Lego car until they were like, "Hey, look, it's a Lego car."
Yeah.
I was like, holy
Because I
shit.
mean, they always bring out a car, and then
Yep,
oh,
yep.
here's a Lego car.
Yeah, I just thought it was a car, and I'm like, oh, here they go, bringing out the car again, and then they're like showing the Forza thing, and I'm like, oh, wait, that song's playing from the Lego movie, and then oh my god, there's Lego guys. What the hell? What a weird crossover. Oh, speaking of crossover, I forgot to mention the end of the Gears 5 thing. They showed Terminator,
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, that is weird, but I love that music, the Terminator
yeah.
2 music.
I think that's super interesting for like a horde mode to have Terminators
Yeah,
instead.
for sure. So that looked cool. They only
Hmm.
showed just a CGI thing, of course, but which
Yeah,
I'm so sick of that. Stop with the CGI thing. As I praise Cyberpunk. But anyways,
yeah. I mean,
but at
that
least
and
we've
Keanu
seen
Reeves.
gameplay for that, like last
Yeah.
year or so. Yeah. But yeah. Um, and I know it's a normal thing. It's just like TV commercials never show gameplay; they just show cutscenes. But whatever. But it's
Hmm.
E3. Like, come on, you can show gameplay. I miss when Sony would like walk out and just play Last of Us.
Hmm.
Like I want more of that. But anyways, so yeah, Forza and Horizon, there's Lego coming to it. So sure. Now this was cool. I was like, what the hell? They're showing some anime inspired like Japanesey game, and I was like, what the hell is this? And then the people that were, I think it was Easy Allies or whoever I was watching, probably Easy Allies, were like, it's Fantasy Star. Like they had like 10 guys watching, and one of them was like, it's Fantasy Star. I recognize it, and I was like, what? Um,
Yeah,
what do you think of that? Like I thought that was pretty cool looking.
yeah. It's finally coming here
Yeah. So how old
because
is?
like this game's been out for a while.
Yeah, but we haven't had a Fantasy Star Online. Well, I guess there's only been one before. No, no, there's the PSP ones.
There was one on GameCube that
Yeah,
was connected
and
online.
Sega or Dreamcast, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Same game probably. Um,
yeah, probably. But
yeah. So I always heard that they're amazing. I played the one of the PSP ones, a beta anyway, or something.
I think there was one on 360.
Oh, really? Well, this isn't
Yeah,
that big of a surprise then. That's cool. So maybe there's been more than two, even though it's called Fantasy Star Online too. But
yeah.
so I got excited about it, and then they were like, it's a free to play thing coming next spring. So that kind of got me like, oh well, it's gonna have all the free to play stuff that I might not be interested in. It also means that I don't need to play it right away.
Hmm.
So I was kind of like a little less, I was a little deflated with that. I was hoping it was a full priced, crazy, you know, I don't say Division Two, but you know what I mean, a game like that, where
Hmm.
you make your character jump in, single player story, single player stuff, but you can team up with your friends, and it's gonna have content forever. But no, it's more of a free to play thing, which is probably gonna do well for them. But it just makes me a little less excited because that does mean again, it means I don't have to jump in right away. I can wait. There's always gonna be new stuff added. It's always gonna be free. So,
Yeah, it looks interesting.
but at least that does mean it's just it's probably coming to PS4 as well, right?
No,
Not at all. It's exclusive.
I believe it's completely exclusive.
Wow,
They
that's
they
surprising.
haven't said anything
I'm gonna
about
guess
other
it's coming to
consoles at all.
PS4, but yeah, that'd be a pretty crazy exclusive.
Well, because
Wow,
I don't think
if they're
Phantasy
publishing it.
Star Online came out to PS3
Hmm.
or whatever one I'm thinking
Again, I
of.
just
I think
think
it
the
only came to
PSP ones,
360.
so I know it has been on PlayStation.
Hmm.
But yeah, all right. Okay, then Bleeding Edge, this trailer, which is that hero shooter slash well, it's a melee thing.
Hmm.
I saw this trailer like days before they showed it on here, but it had like watermarks on it and stuff.
Yeah,
So it leaked early. Um, I don't care about hero shooters and that kind of like I mean I played Overwatch a bit with a friend, but it's all right. Um,
yeah.
and then obviously
It's not my thing.
Fortnite and Apex. I played Fortnite the moment it came out before anybody even talked about it just to see, but that was it. I
Hmm.
deleted it like the next day or whatever. It was like whatever. And then
Yeah,
Apex never bothered. But this looks cool. I love the character designs and I like crazy stuff like that. So it looked really fun.
yeah. Ninja Theory is good.
Mm-hmm.
They do good things.
Cool, cool. So yeah, so that was the thing. And then Minecraft Dungeons we already knew about, but it looked fine.
Yeah,
It looked kind of bare bones and kind of Diablo light, I guess. I don't know.
yeah. That's what it reminded me of. Reminded
It's
me of
crazy that
Diablo.
Minecraft's the thing. Like that's just it still blows my mind. That's massive. But
Yeah, I had a friend who was like, "Why does it still look bad?"
yeah, that's the charm of
Uh,
it. It's supposed to.
well, yeah, I was like, brand recognition at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
They can't change the graphics at all. They tried with one of those texture packs, I
Yep.
remember,
Yep.
where it's just like HD texture packs just make everything look better.
Mm-hmm.
But like at this point, yeah, you can't change the graphics at all.
No.
You're stuck,
But
unfortunately.
I know we're gonna get a Minecraft 2, and it's gonna be. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of backlash. It'd probably look like there'll be something different. It'll add like physics and all that. They're gonna have to at some point. That's gonna be a big thing
Minecraft
with them.
2 is going to look real, super realistic.
Yeah, you know what? That would be a funny trailer. Maybe if it like I don't know about an April Fool's thing, but almost like the Nintendo Direct with Banjo Kazooie, how they trolled.
Hmm.
That would be funny if they were like, take a look at this or whatever, and it's at some conference in a couple years or something. And because that's going to be huge for Microsoft, they probably hold that in
Yeah,
their back pocket. They got to do that right,
yeah.
Minecraft too. 'Cause that's why they bought it, right? They have to do something with that.
Hmm.
Um, so it would be hilarious if they were like, if it's like Minecraft 2 or whatever, and it's like, holy shit, the crowd goes nuts. And yeah, it's like photorealistic or something.
It's a
Um,
gritty reboot.
yeah, exactly. The gritty reboot that everybody's been asking for, or something. Have all these quotes or something.
Hmm.
But then it maybe could be revealed a literal Minecraft 2, and it maybe looks kind of the same but a little different. But physics, because
Yeah.
that's they could add that and get away with it. I think the crazy physics. We don't have any
Hmm.
physics right now, so things literally float and whatever. But that'd be so cool to. I think that could be really cool. That would all you need to do is add physics, and I think that'd be enough.
Yeah.
And tons of items and whatever else they've added over the years for Minecraft. Put all that in there too.
Hmm.
Huge worlds with lots of online and whatever. They could do something. I don't know. Maybe even like, um, not space travel, but like you don't have to literally have it space, but have have actual planets that you can go to. Like I say planets, but I mean like Minecraft worlds.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah, kind of. I don't necessarily mean spaceships to travel between them, but literally seamlessly go between them somehow.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, because I mean, they have the Nether.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah, yeah.
Just
They
have more portals to different worlds.
Yeah, but even not necessarily portals, but like whether you can jump to another world or yeah, build a ship or build an elevator or build whatever. And it's
Hmm.
like a giant space, like galaxy or whatever. Like I don't mean the size of No Man's Sky, but like a
Yeah.
physical space with hundreds of these planets or whatever of character created ones or whatever, and you can like seamlessly go between them.
Hmm.
That could be cool. Like I see it in my head. I don't almost like when I read Ready Player One, and they have all the I don't remember if it's in the movie, but they had all the different worlds you can go to,
Hmm.
and you have to go off world. You have to pay like a taxi and go there and stuff, but it's physically there. Like you can see it in space. You can see it. It's like there's McDonald's world. There's this or there's that or whatever. Um, that could be cool for
Yeah. I
Minecraft.
don't think it was like that in the
No, I
movie, if I
don't think
remember
so either. I
correctly.
see it in my head. Like I visualized it when I was reading it, but
Yeah, I like the book better than the movie. But anyway.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I think that's everybody says that about everything. But just because there's more
Yeah.
in that. But I mean, the movie wasn't great. I'd still give it like a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed it, but that's also because I read the book and I wanted to see the things come to life. But
Yeah.
I'm never the type that's like, oh, the book's just better, I guess, in general,
Hmm.
because they're so different. I can't compare the two. But I like seeing
Yeah.
my characters with faces and stuff. So when I see the movie, now I have faces to those characters because I don't do that very well, I guess. But
Hmm.
anyways, I love the way the characters looked in the movie. So, um, anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Microsoft bought Double Fine.
Yeah, that was super interesting.
Yep, I thought that was cool. I've always liked Double Fine, but yet I don't play their games really. I think I
Yeah.
just like Tim Schafer, and he's just very important.
Yeah, Tim Schafer's great.
Yeah, he's a precious gem. So
Yeah.
yeah, um, so yeah, that's cool. Good for them. I loved when he came out and he was like, "So just can we work on a Halo?" I think he said Gears. So give us something
Yeah.
big to work on. He was just begging on stage. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. Um, Battletoads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it looked like I had a moment of, oh, this looks flash gamey, and then I was like, actually, it looks kind of cool. So I went back and forth.
Yeah, that's how I
Graphics
was back
for the
and
graphics.
forth. It
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I don't know
It
about the gameplay,
looks
but yeah.
I don't know. It looks the animation looks um
Suspect.
yeah, like I don't know, like at some moments I was like, "Oh, this kind of feels like fluid, like Cuphead."
Yeah,
And then other moments I was like, "Oh, this is Flash."
yeah. I was just gonna say I did not think Cuphead because Cuphead is amazing looking. Like I never played it, but I've just seen lots of stuff.
Yeah, I just
That
meant
I
like
don't
it
ever
was
like.
fluid, I
Yeah, yeah.
guess. I'm not saying it was
Okay,
like Cuphead, but
all right. But it should have been.
yeah.
Like it totally should have been. Like it looked like a cartoon or something.
Or it should have been, we didn't need to remake this at all because no one actually cares about Battletoads.
Yeah,
And
I
then we'll
think
just do a banjo.
Yeah, true. I think they should have actually made a good game. Like they should have actually made it realistic. Well, goofy realistic, but I mean had textures and like made them look amazing and badass. And made it a
Yeah.
brawler, but like with cool mechanics and some online stuff, or almost like Dragon's Crown or something. But
Yeah.
But yeah, they should have totally done something epic and like badass, but 90s badass. Like make it old school, especially with everybody's loves that stuff.
Mm.
And they're old characters. But no, they tried to make it modern, I guess, or like Saturday morning cartoon or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it
It
felt
was
like to me.
weird. But it had moments of look, oh, that's cool. Oh, they look kind of neat when they're attacking and stuff, and and it had that old kind of, where they're disco huge and whatever.
Hmm.
Had moments that were kind of cool, but yeah. But anyways, that was about it. They showed off Age of Empires 2 as well, and I think a couple other things. But whatever.
Yeah.
Nothing I didn't care about that too much. But yeah, then they ended on the Halo stuff, which was
Hmm.
oh, and yeah, Scarlet. They went over all the. They basically said the same thing Sony did. Like, hey, we got an SSD drive for loading time. Everything they said,
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, we already know. Like, I assumed. And then there was no price or no console reveal, like you said,
Yeah, which is
or
not
date. They
good.
gave kind of a date, right? I don't think they gave a specific one, right?
I think they said next holiday
Yeah, yeah. Um,
because they also
so
said yeah, Halo 5
February?
comes out with on launch with it.
Yeah, right, right. True, true.
So yeah, like November 2020
Right. So
probably.
early holiday then. Okay.
Yeah.
When I say I think holiday, my brain just goes to better safe than sorry. I think like January, February. That's still
Mm.
kind of, or I guess that's if it says winter. You're right. I think it said holiday. You're right.
Hmm.
So it would. Um, yeah. Anyway, so that was it for the Microsoft one. Again, for me, the obviously the Cyberpunk 2077 stuff and Keanu and all that just stood out. Um, and the Double Fine thing was cool. Anything for you stood out?
Um, Double Fine was cool. Cyberpunk was cool. Um, the Lego
Oh
car
yeah,
was
yeah,
kind of cool. I
right,
don't know. I used to play Lego Racers a lot, so
right.
to have something like
I didn't
that
know they did a
is
racing game. Actually, that sounds
Lego
so
Racers. Yeah,
perfect.
there are two of them.
Wow, I'm surprised they don't
They're
do that
they're like
still.
kart racer type
Yeah,
games.
yeah, yeah.
Um, and you got to like build your own cart.
That's amazing. Wow, how is that not a huge thing right now? Huh?
It was like N64 era.
Right. Yeah. Wow, that should come
Um,
back.
yeah. Let's see.
Fantasy Star.
Fantasy Star seems okay. I don't know. Like everything was okay for this
It was
conference. It
two
wasn't bad.
hours, I think,
Yeah.
right? And that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's a
Like it
lot of
wasn't a
junk in
bad
there.
conference at all.
No,
But
I like again not being an Xbox guy, but I still watch it because it's mostly third party stuff anyway,
mhm.
and I want to see what they're doing anyway for the first party stuff. I was expecting to see Halo, like again, not as a non fan. I was like, here we go, we're
Mhm.
gonna get some next gen gameplay, and some details on if it's a service game or what it is, And they
Yeah.
didn't do any of that. And I was like, what the hell? It's freaking E3. Like you're gonna do it next summer, right before the game comes out? I don't know.
Apparently.
That being said, E3 is not what it once was. I mean, maybe they'll have their own stuff, right, in the next months to show off Halo. But I don't know why you don't do it
Yeah.
at E3. Everybody's tuning in, but whatever. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so you were kind of just kind of so-so on it, or it was like the overall?
Yeah. Overall, just kind of so-so, but that's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Sure. All right, we can go on to the next one. Oops. At least the next ones aren't as long.
Hmm.
All right, we'll go Bethesda.
Ooh.
I'm not a big Bethesda fan. They just
Near
don't
my.
make great games. I don't think.
Hmm.
They
I
make
agree.
big games. Well, now they make Doom and all kinds of other stuff too. But and I know Doom's great. Everybody loved Doom. I do think Eternal looks awesome. It is the opposite of the kind of games that I play though.
Yeah.
Fast shooters. Like I've played shooters, but I used to play like Battlefield and stuff. Ones that are a lot slower,
Hmm.
a lot more technical and with vehicles and crumbling buildings and all that. Mostly for the tech. Battlefield had some amazing tech, but I don't even play Battlefield anymore because it's just I got my fill of that. And, yeah, but
Yeah.
so Doom is just not at all what I'm interested in. But let's go through the list here. So they started with Fallout 76. Um, First off, I'm curious, what are your thoughts on Fallout 76, or actually and
Uh,
Fallout in general as a franchise?
I like Fallout 3. I like Fallout New Vegas. I tried Fallout 4, and I thought it was too much Fallout 3 again, so I
Sure,
sold it and then didn't play it.
gotcha.
But I got that one at launch. which also I had a bunch of bugs at launch. So
Oh, okay. That's not surprising.
yeah,
Um,
but otherwise, I mean, it's fine. I like it better than Elder Scrolls because
yep, I
it's not
agree.
high fantasy. It's
It has fun
post-apocalyptic
too.
science fiction.
It has fun, a lot of humor.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started with Fallout 3 after it came out. Not long after, but I had everybody was hyped up about it. I'm like, this doesn't look like I don't want to play a shooter, especially a
Mhm.
gritty, realistic type shooter. But everybody's calling it an RPG, and I remember watching a trailer for Fallout 3 before it came out, and again, my friends were like, a couple of my friends were just like, this looks amazing. And I'm like, no, I don't know, I don't care. And then it came out, and I started seeing some videos and hearing people talk about it. So maybe like months after it came out, it might have been a year. But I don't know. I don't remember back then. But I ended up buying Fallout. Oh, I do remember I paid at the time way more than what it should have been. I don't know why it was $69.99, which is
Hmm.
cheaper than games are now in Canada. But then they were still $59. But I went to go buy it at it wasn't Best Buy. We had a Future Shop. It was called at the time, and I went and bought it. And it was the only game that was like $69. But I was like, fine, I'll buy it. There's no digital back then, right? So I had nothing to compare it to. So I'm like, all right, whatever, I'll buy it. And fell in love with it. Love Fallout 3. Um, I wouldn't if it didn't have VATS. So we'll go into 76, but it doesn't really have VATS. But the VAT system makes it a proper RPG where I can pause the game, target different parts and stuff, and that feels like turn-based kind of. So I like that stuff. Um, and then I played, New Vegas. I didn't play a ton of it. I don't remember how I played it. Maybe I borrowed it or something because I didn't play it a ton. But I finished the story and it was fine. I like the stuff they added, more customization and all
Hmm.
that. Fallout 4, I actually really love, um, because they took what I liked about the older ones and just added so much more. Um, and I thought the game looked fine. Like, of course, it doesn't look amazing, but it looks fine. Just more Fallout. I was cool with that. I did
Yeah.
not like the town building stuff, especially.
Oh, I hated that.
Yeah, I did it for a bit. I mean, it worked well enough. It was fine. It was very shallow. And then they
Hmm.
came out with Fallout Shelter around that time, and I was like, damn it, this should have been in the game. Why
Yeah.
can't I build towns and like, or a vault or whatever, and do this? People move in and like I equipped them with gear and stuff, and there was a little bit of that, but not really. It was just kind of,
Yeah.
it was a very last minute thing. I'd rather have had none of the building in Fallout 4
Hmm.
rather than what they had in there, which was very, very shallow.
Yeah, I agree.
But again, it looked fine. You could build anything you wanted. Basically, it worked okay and whatever. But also the power armor I did not like. It just felt like I don't want that. I don't know. There were so many little things that just bugged me that just didn't feel balanced or didn't feel useful or I don't know. But yeah, I like the Fallout 4 story. I like the choosing. It felt really good being good or bad. Or I love raising charisma and being able to say little secret things and stuff. It felt very Fallout, so I enjoyed it. Didn't play
Hmm.
any of the DLC. Oh wait, I played the automaton one where you can build your own robots. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was really fun because now I only have my robot as my companion whenever I play. So
Okay.
um, just building your own robot is awesome. Like giving it blade arms or like just little parts and stuff you put on there, and all the stats and that. It was really deep. So
Yeah, I remember hearing that. That was pretty cool.
yeah, it's the only one I ever bought. So because I didn't care about the other ones, or I was done with the game by the time the big one came out, the Far Harbor one.
Hmm.
But yeah, so Fallout 76, I've had no interest mainly because again, there's no bats because it's all live, right? It's all live action. So and it's you also need PlayStation Plus, but you also have to buy the game. So that means and it's online only because I'm pretty sure I just checked the other night on the store. It says you always have to have a subscription. Um,
Yeah.
so it's like so there are gonna be times if I bought it and I feel like it's playing by myself, I can't really. It's just not gonna let me log in, I guess, or something. So it's been kind of a question with that. But and also the game is supposed to be not good, so I was like, I got too many other games to play. I'm not gonna spend money on Fallout 76,
Yeah.
especially since I don't want to support it. So
I've heard very mixed things
yeah.
about it. It was a rocky launch.
Hmm.
It's very much uh like the other game, Elder Scrolls Online,
Yeah.
where like everyone hated that in the very beginning too,
Hmm.
and just said, "Oh, this isn't Skyrim. What is this? This isn't good." And then the devoted fan base kept playing, and then it kept growing into more of like an actual game,
Yeah.
um, which is a weird thing that uh, Bethesda does with their games. Like they're ambitious, but they basically just make games and then
Make
they
games.
don't really do it as a games of a service,
Yeah.
but they just improve upon the game throughout
It's fine if they
release.
let people know what they're getting into, but it's
I feel like they kind of did that though.
not with
For
Fallout.
I feel like they did.
Okay, well they didn't like when it
They
came.
they talked about. They said, "Hey, this is something new.
Okay.
Is a
Oh
new
yeah, yeah,
project."
yeah. But I'm talking about how
Um,
broken it was and everything. It's like early
well, they
access.
said,
They just had to put that on there.
yeah, I feel like they said, I understand, like, yeah, it was broken, but I
Hmm.
feel like they said though, at least in the beginning, we're doing something brand new. We don't know how this is going to turn out. We hope that you would join us for this experience.
True. Yeah, I do remember that. But yeah,
So like it
uh,
was a beta test essentially,
yeah,
and whoever bought that should have known that.
true. Um, yeah, perhaps.
Granted, I didn't play it, but
Now, oh, yeah, true. But also, I will give them credit though that the stuff they showed off at E3 there, it's all just free stuff. So at
yeah.
least they're doing that. But it's also a microtransaction game, so whatever.
Hmm.
Anyways, yeah, I was always interested to some degree because it's Fallout, and I like the idea of online and in general, like always online, people buying from your shops and things. I like that kind of stuff. There's
Hmm.
potential there. They also announced that it's free right now to play.
Yeah,
Um,
this weekend.
yep, and I got a buddy who's been playing it and writing me a ton of stuff. He's probably playing it right now. Just writing me a ton of stuff about what he thinks about it, what he likes, what he doesn't. He seems to be having a lot of fun with it. And but I was gonna download it, but it's like 80 gigs or 70 gigs or something. I just don't have the room for it. It's like, I don't
Oh
even know if I'd
wow.
play it. So not worth deleting stuff that I am playing or whatever. So
Yeah.
and usually I don't have that problem normally because I still got the default 500 gig PS4, and I have more than enough room for a few games that I'm playing, plus a ton of indie games or smaller games.
Hmm.
And actually, there's more than a few because I still got Witcher 3 on there. Everybody's Golf.
Probably still have Conan.
Nope, I don't because I don't. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because I didn't have PS Plus for a little bit, and I was kind of done
All
with the
right.
game anyway. But I got Assassin's Creed. Um, Red Dead's not on there because that takes like 150. So, oh, you need
Hmm.
150. Um, but and I still have, I still got some space, and I might even have enough to put all out, but it's just not worth it. Whatever. Yeah, and everybody's Golf is still on there, and No Man's Sky. Um,
Hmm.
No Man's Sky is getting an update any day now. So
Someday.
yeah, they said summer, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So the free thing. So yeah, go play it if anybody wants to play it. Just go try it. And that's a free on everything, is what they said. So
Yeah.
and yeah, there's a battle royale coming to it. Whatever. I think it's there right now actually. But by the end of this year, because there's a winter thing, um, a Wastelanders update, and they're adding NPCs and a bunch of different things. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can play it later because it'll be cheap anyway. I can probably buy it used for like $20 in a year.
Hmm.
Maybe I'll play it someday. But for me, I'm just like I'm very patient. It's like I'll just play it. It'll probably come to PS5 and have everything on it and blah blah blah. I'll just play it. It'll be cheaper.
Yeah.
It'll just probably dirt cheap, if not a free PS Plus thing or something. It's like I'll wait. Um, but yeah, Elder Scrolls. They showed like a 75-minute CGI trailer.
Hmm.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah, it just went on and on and on. I was only half paying attention to it. I was probably playing Odyssey or something, and I just remember keep looking over. I'm like, man, it's been like 4 minutes. Like this thing is like a whole movie, like a short film or something. It was just a big battle with a dragon or something. I think, right?
Hmm.
And it was Elder Scrolls Online, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, just more Elder Scrolls Online stuff. Um, but granted, I'm going to praise the Square conference, and they did the same thing with FF14. So they had a huge,
Hmm.
long, epic thing with several trailers. So
Yeah, too many trailers, someone might say.
yep, yeah, some, yeah. Um, so yeah, the Elder Scrolls Online thing again. I hate CGI trailers at conferences like this. I don't mind a little bits, but I want to see some graphics. What does the game look like? How's it play like? But obviously, you can't have gameplay for everything. But
Hmm.
yeah, and then they said Elder Scrolls Blades coming to Switch, and it's a free to play thing,
Yeah, it's cross save or something
right?
too.
And I'll probably play that because I do like Elder Scrolls stuff to some degree. I don't know what the
Hmm.
online, what the free to play is like. Like, is it how bad is it going to be? Um,
Yeah, I don't know. I just know it's out on phones already.
yeah, yeah. But if it plays like Warframe, there's certain ones that I like. Uh, there's another one. What the heck? Oh, the Gems of War that I'm still playing all the time.
Oh yeah.
I'm still unlocking features that my buddy's playing it now on his phone all the time, so we're going back and forth sharing our cards and stuff. Yeah, that game's rad, and it does not feel like a free to play. I know I've talked about it before, but I like it when it doesn't feel like free to play. Don't limit me with how much I can play, and don't shove freaking transactions in my face. Let me play to unlock stuff, but have a button to say, hey, do you want to just get more of these keys or more of this stuff? You already have
Hmm.
5. You can get 10 if you just Sure, put a little button next to it, but don't show me ads. Don't show me any of that crap. Just, anyways. So we'll see what this Blades thing is like. I have no idea. So
Yeah.
we'll find out. So that's later this year, I think. Same with the Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah, sometime in the fall. Yep.
Yeah, sometime fall.
You have no interest in Elder Scrolls Online?
No, I don't.
Yeah. There's so much, and you got to buy all the expansion. That's just it keeps piling up. It's like Sims for me. It's like Sims 4 looks. I love Sims, or used to. I'd love to play Sims 4, but then if I threw everything in my cart, it'd be like hundreds of dollars. I don't like
Hmm.
missing out on stuff. Like give me a pack of everything, but then they keep releasing more stuff. It's like forget it. It's too stressful. There's too much Sims. So it's the same with Elder Scrolls Online. I don't even know where to begin with that. So it's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it's all paid expansions. But
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure.
yeah. And it used to be subscription. I don't think it is now though.
Yeah, it used to be subscription in the very beginning, I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
That's what confused me about it.
Right. Maybe they have this, so ignore me if people are out there listening and they know that I'm wrong. But it'd be cool if there was still subscription, but you get everything, absolutely
Hmm.
everything. Like I'm cool with that kind of stuff, but
Yeah.
because I can always just buy the game and play it for free for a month or whatever, see how I feel about it. If I really like it, all right, I'll drop $15 for a month of all the extra content. I probably won't play it much after that, but it'd be nice to do that.
Hmm.
Anyways, and then so Commander Keen. Do you remember Commander Keen? You're not as old as me, but I remember Commander
I
Keen.
remember of it,
Yeah,
but I never played it. So like it was interesting to see
I'm
a
sure it was
trailer for
just a
that.
demo or something. We're talking forever ago, right? This is
Yeah.
early '90s, I think, when I played it. Windows
Hmm.
3.1 probably or something,
Yeah.
or Windows 95 maybe. But it was a demo disc probably because I had like Doom on there and I had tons of demos on discs that we'd buy all the time for $1 at stores or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, this is probably before internet probably or very early internet days. Yeah, you collect like the microchips and stuff, and like it's just a side-scrolling platforming game. But they
Hmm.
rebooted it as like a cartoon. I thought it looked cool, had a cool song. I was like, this is cool. Well, not for me, but I was like, it looks cool. Like
Yeah.
it's a free-to-play mobile game, but you know, it
They
seems
spent too much time on it. That
yeah,
was my
true. Yeah,
biggest
yeah, it
issue.
did. But yeah, true. Mostly the animated thing with the song. I was like, this is kind of cool. Like they put work into this. It feels like
Yeah.
a Saturday morning cartoon. Like they actually
I
nailed
mean,
it.
if you notice, like in the press conference,
Hmm.
or they they showed Commander Keen, and then everyone was cheering, and the whole animatic thing happened. Everyone
Yep.
was cheering and stuff, and then they showed off that it was a phone game. Everyone was dead silent.
Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah.
I just thought
Um,
how funny that was.
right. That's true. I don't remember that specifically from this conference, but I saw that a lot.
Hmm.
Because again, I watched mostly reaction stuff.
Yeah.
So so I saw the conference and there's people reacting around it, like Easy Allies or a lot of kind of funny ones that I watched.
Hmm.
And yeah, when they're like, "This is cool. This looks cool," and then yeah, mobile game. Like, oh, never mind. I'm out.
Yeah.
But I thought whatever. I like the animated thing in the song. That's all I care about. So you don't have much to say about it, right? I'm sure.
I don't.
We
No.
can we can move on because this one's kind of cool. Ghostwire Tokyo,
Yeah.
that horror Shinji Mikami game. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, he came out on stage too, which was cool. I'm not a big horror guy, so I don't know much about this stuff, but I know you probably know a little bit. But
Yeah. I mean, he's cool. I played a little bit of Evil Within.
okay,
I thought it was okay.
gotcha.
I hear Evil Within 2 is much better, but I just never got
Yeah, I
into
do hear
that.
I hear that too. Yeah.
The Shinji Mikami games that I played the most was probably Goof Troop for the Super Nintendo.
Oh wow, I didn't know he was involved with that.
Yeah.
That's funny, and I've never played that, but it's on everybody's like top list of games you should play. But because it's co-op, so I never really want to play it. I don't have
Yeah,
anybody to play with. So.
I mean it's a Capcom Zelda game
Hmm,
essentially, but co-op, but
gotcha,
without swords.
gotcha. It's like
It's more
top-down
puzzly.
puzzle, right? Yeah,
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 top-down puzzle, yeah.
yeah. Moving blocks and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, but it's really fun.
I always hear it's great. So it does not look like anything that you'd think would be great because there's so
They
many
need to
Super
bring
Nintendo games
that
that
to
look like it.
the Super Nintendo
Oh yeah,
library thing so we can play that co-op
yep,
whenever that
for
happens.
sure. Okay, I'll bring it up now. I wasn't going to. That's so funny that you even bring up the Nintendo Online thing because I wasn't going to bring it up because I'm going to forget it later. But the Nintendo
Hmm.
Online app got updated today with new games.
Really?
Yeah, it just did like an hour ago or whatever
Hmm.
before we went live. And I checked it. It's 2.6.0 and it added 3 new games. But I didn't recognize. I don't remember the games. But, oh, one was Double Dragon 2, so that's cool.
Oh yeah.
The
I remember
two-player one.
seeing a trailer for these like a
Hmm.
couple weeks ago.
I think Twin Bee got something. Something I can't remember like the special mode. I don't know.
Hmm.
So I'll just put that in here. but because I'll probably forget it during the Nintendo stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah, and then that girl. I wasn't gonna talk about this, but is it Akumi Nakamura?
I think so.
Yeah, I see it here on the GameSpot thing. But she's so famous right now, man. Her follower, you know how I'm talking about, right? With the glasses, and she was all like,
Yeah.
she started with saying how nervous she was, and she's gonna try her best to speak in English. And I was just cheering her on because I, I don't want to say I hate, but I don't like when they bring out people with like thick accents and they just talk, and I'm like, I can't catch everything they're saying. But they
Hmm.
but they just assume you know what they're talking about, and I'm like, okay. But she came out, and the fact that she even said, "I'm gonna try my best, just
Hmm.
bear with me and stuff," that made me just like, okay, go for it. Like, do what you. I'll try my best too.
Yeah.
So I was just cheering her on, and then she was so nervous, but she was so like awesome. And then you heard about the whole Twitter thing and everything, right? She just
No.
blew up on social media, and there's so much fan art of
Oh
her
yeah,
with
I saw how
Keanu
she
and
posted
stuff
all the
too.
fan art too.
Yep. And her follower, I saw it right away go up to like 20,000. I don't know what it was at beforehand, but she was like, she wrote an adorable tweet, which it was something like, I hope you, and it was like broken English, not, but I hope you enjoy our game as much as you've enjoyed me, or something like that, or as much as you like me.
Hmm.
And then I saw her follower count was at 20,000, and then later last night I checked it, it was at 70, and then before I went to bed it was at 90,000.
Wow.
She's just yeah, and that's all the Keanu. She has Keanu Reeves and her fan art is going up and stuff too, like back to
Hmm.
back. So, anyways, that like good for her. That's so cool. It's good for the
Yeah.
game too. So, um, but yeah, because that's got to be nerve wracking. She was like, "Oh, there's so many people here."
Hmm.
So yeah. So, anyways, that was the standout for me for that. But the trailer was actual in-game graphics. It looked like, I think, right?
It looked like it.
I don't
Yeah.
think it was CGI. So I enjoyed that. It looked cool, like weird and creepy, but not. It didn't look like a horror. Like apparently it is a spooky game, as she said. But
Yeah.
it looked like it could be a dark From Software game or something like that. It looked scary, but like Bloodborne isn't horror games. It's about horror and stuff, but it doesn't feel like a traditional horror game
Hmm.
to me, anyway. So that this kind of looked a little different. So I'm like, maybe it's something I could be interested in. We'll see.
Hmm.
I don't remember if they said much about what genre it is or anything, but like, is it gonna play like Neo or something, or is it
I don't
action
think
or
they
first
really
person?
said.
Yeah,
Normally, their games, or at least the other ones, are third person.
flashlight,
Um,
looking for things jumping out at you.
yeah,
Survival. Okay.
Resident Evil 4, but
Yep. Yep.
less.
Gotcha. Less shooty.
Yeah.
Yep. I got you. So we'll see. So that's Ghostwire Tokyo, and that's definitely one to keep an eye out for. So.
Hmm.
Now this one, for some reason, I have no memory of it, but yet everybody's talking about it.
Same here.
Really? Oh, damn. So Deathloop, yeah. Was it just a CGI trailer? Or maybe I blacked it out.
Maybe because I don't remember it all.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's so funny. I'm glad you're in the same boat as me. It's like it just blanked. It erased my memory. But then all of a sudden, everybody's like, "That Deathloop thing was cool." I'm like, "What the hell's Deathloop? When did that
Yeah.
happen?" Um, but for some reason, I faintly remember a trailer, but I don't remember the visuals of it. But like, it must have been a CGI thing that looked generic to me. But yeah, I guess there's two playable characters. And I'm gonna read this. So okay, Arcane Studios, who I'm not familiar with, but I guess they did Dishonored and Prey,
Okay.
revealed the next game called Deathloop, and this is a GameSpot article I'm reading, by the way, starring as either of two playable characters who are fierce rivals. You find yourself trapped in a seemingly inescapable loop and have to use your particular set of skills and weapons to fight strange enemies in an even stranger land. So that sounds kind of basic, but it could be cool.
Hmm.
Incredibly stylish trailer that showed off cool action. We're still in the dark about what it's about, though. Yep, so it's a full new IP. So it's something to look out for, but we'll see. I need to see more for sure to be
Hmm.
excited or interested. So same for you, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. I
Yeah.
guess because I don't remember it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got confused
Wolfenstein.
with
Oh,
Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein probably.
what was that?
So I probably got confused with the Wolfenstein.
Right. Yeah. And then, but even the Wolfenstein stuff, I'm like, is this a new one? I'm like, no, they still got the new one coming out. So when they show trailers for stuff I already know about, I block that out too. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, this commercial saying, hey, you can go buy this.
Hmm.
Do you have any thoughts on Wolfenstein Youngblood?
Not really.
Yeah, yeah. Rage 2 DLC. Man, this is all like cringy. I did not like any of that they showed for the Rage 2 DLC,
Hmm.
but I'm also not a Rage 2 guy. Though when they first showed off Rage 2, like last year or whatever,
With
there were
Andrew WK.
oh maybe, maybe. But around there, when they started showing gameplay and stuff, I was like, okay, this looks neat. It could be something I'm interested in. It just hasn't been because there's too many other games to play, and I'm just like, no, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
But then they showed this DLC, and I'm like, never mind. This looks too goofy and it's not funny. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's not for me at all.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, do you have any interest in Rage 2?
No, I do not.
Yeah, just a shooter. I think it's got RPG stuff, but it's like maybe trying to be Borderlands, but it doesn't look at all like that. It's just Mad Max, but with just blowing people up and whatever. It's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then they talked about Bethesda talked about their streaming service, or not streaming, their subscription thing. I think, right?
No, it was a streaming
It is
software.
streaming. Okay. Um, yeah, it's Stadia because yeah, to stream their games to modest hardware.
Yeah, it seemed like it was more or less a commercial for other companies.
Right. Yeah, it
Be-
was like our technology is up for right. It's going to be used for other streaming things or something.
yeah, because they were basically talking about how it there's less lag
You're right. Yeah, and they were
or
playing
input
Doom on the
lag.
phone. I actually remember
Yeah,
seeing that. Yeah.
yeah, because there's less input lag because from the servers from far away, it's going like double speed. It's like
Right.
overclocked or something. So then when it shows up to you, it's slower
Right.
or something. I don't know. So like that's how there's no lag, just because of how fast it's going through the internet or
Yeah.
on the other console or whatever. So
So
that's very interesting. I signed up for the beta. We'll see if I
oh,
get
cool.
in,
Oh, that'd be awesome.
but
I mean, whether you're allowed to talk about it or not, I don't know.
who
That'd be cool.
knows? Yeah, because it's only Doom. It's just the first Doom,
Cool.
or not
The
first, but you know what I'm
2016.
saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Is that our first gameplay of something being streamed live? You know what I mean? Like it was on a phone and you could see the buttons being pressed. I wonder if people pick that apart. How fast
I
it is.
know
Doom's a fast game. You know that's quite the
on the
thing to.
Xbox show floor, they have a bunch of things
Okay.
that you can stream like with a controller and phone,
Right.
and it says on there like
No noticeable.
this is
Yeah.
this is just an
Oh,
example.
okay.
These games won't necessarily be on the service
Gotcha.
because like Tomb Raider was on there or something.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited about all the impressions for all that stuff. So.
Hmm.
And then they finished. If this is in the right order, but I think I'm remembering it right too. Tons of Doom Eternal stuff. Like there was a lot,
Yeah,
and it looked like gameplay. Like they actually showed a good amount. I think.
gameplay, multiplayer. What looked interesting. It
Yep.
reminded me of like Left 4 Dead,
Right. Right.
like zombies
As a
versus.
non-fan of this game or this kind of things at all, I was impressed. Like I was like, oh, finally they're showing stuff, and I was like watching it, so I wasn't like ignoring it. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
They showed gameplay and stuff as well. So, anyways, that was cool.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it ended with the BFG and all that, which I was like, I remember that gun.
Yeah.
With the big demon thing. He even looked familiar too. I was like, oh, jeez. Maybe,
Hmm.
maybe he was in 2016 Doom, probably. But the big demon guy was like, cool. Some nostalgia in there for me. So, all right, we
Hmm.
can move on. We're getting a little bit better as we go. Because Ubisoft I don't think it felt like it went on too long. They had the orchestra thing at the beginning, which I'll say right off the bat, it was all Assassin's Creed music, but there wasn't a single Assassin's Creed game at all, like nothing,
Yeah.
and that was lame.
Well, because they announced that DLC or
Oh
something
yeah,
beforehand.
I have that listed here. That's true. That's true. But I still thought they would be like give a little tease at the end.
Yeah.
I thought that's all this conference needed was a little Japanese, like Assassin's Creed Japan or something, little hint. Just look out for that in the next year or two or something, you know. But no, there was nothing. Yeah, clearly they're working on the next Assassin's Creed. I mean, clearly they have to be at this point.
Hmm.
Like some early, even if it's early concept stuff, they should have done little 5 second or 10 second, even if it's a CGI thing, just of Japan Assassin and just say Assassin's Creed, get everybody hyped at the end. But no, whatever. I'm a big sucker for that. You got to end your conference with a little. I don't care how far. Well, unless it's like 6 or 7 years away or something like Final Fantasy VII trailer or something. But give a little something at the end. Come on.
Yeah.
I think every conference should freaking have that, but whatever. But yeah, they started with Watch Dogs. I want to know your thoughts on all of that. If you saw that.
I saw a little bit of it.
Okay.
It's very interesting. I think it looks.
This is Watch Dogs Legion, by the way.
Yeah, I think it's cool how like you can basically recruit anyone.
Yep. Yeah, this leaked
And
a little bit before too, so a little that kind of sucked.
yeah,
But yeah.
I I'm shocked that that's a thing,
Yeah.
but we'll see how that actually goes. We'll see how
Yeah.
unique every single character in the
Yeah.
open world looks, because you could
Right.
just get a bunch of the same
Mm-hmm.
looking person for your group.
Yep.
But
Um,
seems pretty ambitious.
yeah. I was kind of bored by it, honestly.
Mm,
And like they showed a lot of gameplay. Like it went on
mm,
for a long time, which is great. Like I said, I want gameplay, but it was just a mission. It just kept going. I don't know how long it was, probably 15 minutes or so, right?
oh wow.
It felt. Oh, you guess you didn't see the whole thing, but yeah, it was the
No.
way they started the whole conference. I'm like, oh, cool, they're going into gameplay. Cool, it's Watch Dogs Legion, and then it was like a lot of cheesy dialogue and just cringy stuff, whatever, and like just video game dialogue, I guess. Although we do get good video games like God of War and stuff, but good
Hmm.
written stuff. But it just felt really cringy and kind of cheesy and generic, and like maybe it's going for the B movie kind of thing, but
Yeah.
it was fine. And then it kept going, and I'm like, okay, they're showing like an entire mission, like the full thing. It felt like it went on for me like a half hour or whatever, but that's why I'm saying maybe 15 minutes, but maybe it wasn't even. I don't know, but I lost all sense of
Hmm.
time. It was just like this is still going. And then they came out and talked about it for a while, and that was cool. Like they talked, yep, the NPCs, you can, and then they showed another trailer for it, and that was really goofy and cartoony. They had the
Yeah,
old
because that was the
woman
one with like the
thing, and
old
yep,
women, right?
yeah, shooting the guy in the face and stuff, and I was like, this is like Rage 2 all over again. It was just
Yeah.
goofy. Like, so I was like, I don't know. I heard that Watch Dogs 2 is great, and I kind of do want to play it someday. Um, I think it's a pretty serious story, not goofy like this. I don't know.
Hmm.
It just felt like they were trying to be funny. I was like, oh, I didn't.
It feels like they're trying to be just cause.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's a perfect example. Just goofy. Yeah, it knows it's a video game, and that's not what I want
Yeah.
personally from Watch Dogs as a non-fan. So maybe that's what all the fans want. That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Possible.
it didn't really interest me that much. But at least we got to see it. That was cool. I got to see gameplay.
Hmm.
Rainbow Six, I'm not into that kind of stuff, but I know Ubisoft. That's a huge audience for them.
Yeah.
Like they're serious shooters and stuff.
Yeah. Not
Rainbow
really
Six,
my thing.
yeah. Rainbow Six Quarantine, new game. So um, let's see. Yeah, not a replacement for Siege because I know that Rainbow Six Siege it's a huge thing right now. So,
Hmm.
but and has been for a while. But okay, they actually ended with Gods and Monsters. I actually thought I remember them mentioning something about Assassin's Creed, like the announcer, and I
Hmm.
was like, oh, they're gonna show Assassin's Creed. I probably didn't hear him right. He probably just said like with the mythic. It was something about the mythical monsters of Assassin's Creed Odyssey that they were able to try something new because there's mythical creatures in Odyssey, right? Um,
Yeah.
but that's not the focus of the game. They're just in the background. They're here and there because it's in ancient Greece. And that's the first time that they've done that kind of thing. Although I think in Origins they had a little bit of something, but so I was thinking, oh, they're gonna go full mythological with the new Assassin's Creed, and that's what we're watching right now. And then it was like this Gods and Monsters game that looked very cartoony and bright and colorful. Um, that comes out in February.
Yeah,
So
I heard people compared it to Breath of the Wild, but Ubisoft's
uh,
version.
I think it looks more like a Spyro or something, like cartoony like
Mm.
that. Um, and the world looked like a Spyro world and stuff, but
Mm.
that was my first thought anyway. But
Yeah.
so they ended with that. Yeah, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Bam Bam was kind of the best thing about that. John Barenthal came out with his dog, and that dog was a very good dog
Yeah.
with a huge crowd and everything. He came out, and then John Barenthal said something to the dog, and the dog looked at him, and he said it again, and he sat and he just laid down for the whole freaking thing, looking at everybody, looking around, and it's like holy, like considering how many people there are, and you bring a dog out, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow. And he was very, he was no Keanu Reeves. He came out and just by the numbers talked, gave a speech about I'm the villain of the game and you're gonna try to beat me and blah blah. And it was just kind of cheesy and cringy isn't the right word because it wasn't really that level, but it was close.
Hmm.
Very actor coming out and saying his speech and trying to get us pumped up and to shoot people and whatever. I was just like, whatever. He was doing the John Barenthal thing basically
Hmm.
because he's really good at that. And that's cool. I like him well enough. So, but I'm not a Ghost Recon guy. You aren't either, right?
No, not really.
Yeah. Though I
I've
hear
played maybe one like once.
my buddy is playing that Fallout 76. He's right into Wildlands, I think it is, right? Ghost Recon Wildlands, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's a good game. I don't know. Not my.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
It might be my kind of thing. I don't think so. I'm not into the old guns thing. Like if that's the focus, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyways, and there's too many games, so it's like I'm not even thinking about so many third-party games. Um, yeah, and then Roller Champions, which has been rumored for a while, or maybe a week
Hmm.
or something. It looked cool. Not my kind of thing. It looked like Overwatch, but with roller derby.
Yeah, that's. I agree. I
So,
don't
which
know.
is cool. I'm all for new stuff. Like, sure, that's never seen that before. So, looked
Hmm.
cool. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, yeah, okay. Which already came out. I'm pretty sure this DLC. I think it
Yeah,
came out yesterday. Yeah, I haven't downloaded it or looked at it.
yeah. It
I
was
don't know.
announced and like came out the day before.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, creator mode for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I don't know anything about it. Um, I think I even missed it during the conference. Like I was probably playing Odyssey, and I didn't catch what it was, and I didn't think it was coming out that day, so I probably thought, oh, it's something for end of the year. I'll check it out later.
Yeah.
And I'm barely scratched the surface of this game. It feels like so I just was like, I don't need new stuff yet. But yeah, I, mean, I don't think it's a paid thing, right? Maybe not.
No, I'm pretty sure
So
it's
yeah,
all
so
free.
I probably should have been paying attention to it then. But anyways, and then something called Tom Clancy's Elite Squad. I just remember I think it was a girl came out and she was talking about it's a mobile game. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Sam Fisher's in it from Splinter Cell and yeah, more mobile game stuff. I think I was thinking when this happened, um, I was like, man, every conference has this boring middle section that's just all mobile games and a bunch of
Yep.
trailers for 2020 games or nothing. We don't even know what it is, or and then it's more mobile games. It's like and then a trailer for a bunch of random indie stuff. It's just the beginning and like so boring.
Hmm.
Um, but maybe I'm sure some people are excited about it. So cool, good for them.
Maybe.
Division Two, it was just like another trailer. I'm like, this game's already. It just said more DLC coming next year and stuff. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not news to me. It's like, of course there's gonna be more, but sure for the fans, they
Yeah.
probably got
The
super
game's
excited about it.
still new.
Yep. So that's true. It feels so old for me, but whatever. Rainbow Six, man, there's so many Ubisoft things that are just third-person shooters. Well, that's first person, I think, Rainbow Six, but whatever.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's just more Rainbow Six Siege stuff coming.
Cool.
So cool. Uplay Plus. This is the subscription thing, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I was getting confused with the last. Yeah. Anyways, the Bethesda thing or whatever that was. Yeah, so it's for PC. I remember it's only on PC. And I think that's right. Yeah.
Hmm.
And it doesn't say that here, but I'm pretty sure that's right. It comes out in September, $15 a month, and you just get access to Ubisoft games. So,
Hmm.
yep, access to a library of games. It's just a subscription. Everybody's doing that. So, that's it for the Ubisoft thing. No South Park.
No.
No Assassin's Creed. Is there anything else? Ubisoft? Oh, Far Cry. Nothing Far Cry. Those are the things I was kind of looking for. Like, I didn't play the last Far Cry, but I do enjoy Far Cry. I haven't played the last South Park game yet because we had so many games.
Hmm.
But I enjoyed Stick of Truth, and I do want to play the new South Park game.
I
Um,
don't know. The next one isn't that. Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of what I heard too. So I'm waiting
It's a
for it super
tactics
cheap.
game. It's not.
Yeah, I saw that. But I still want to play it. I'll play it on the cheap, probably on Switch or something.
Yeah.
Someday when it's really discounted. But and again, when there's a moment where there's not a million games to play, I'll be like, oh look, it's on sale, and I have a month of nothing else to play. I'll do that. But
Hmm.
yeah. So, but not that I was expecting a South Park thing, but I just know they have done South Park games, so maybe there was something.
Yeah.
And even an expansion or something. And then Assassin's Creed. I was kind of thinking, see something, see if the Japanese thing's true that they've been talking about for years.
Yeah.
Um, but they didn't do any
Not.
of that stuff, so whatever.
Yeah. Not yet.
Yeah. So I'm looking through the list again. Yeah. There was Watch Dogs Legion. I was interested in because I want them to sell me on it, and they didn't really do that. So
Hmm.
yeah. So that's it. We can move on to some. Here we go. Finally, we're getting to some amazing things. I think.
Yeah.
I think so. Square conference, and then the Nintendo conference. Um, Before we get into these, so far, what have you thought of all the E3 stuff? Positive,
It
good, bad?
it hasn't really been bad.
Yeah.
I will say that it's a little lackluster, but there's enough there for everyone to where
Yep.
I'm sure you can find something to
Yeah.
enjoy.
Overall, this is again, besides the Keanu moment, which I think is my moment of E3. That whole, not just Keanu, but Cyberpunk, that got me really
Hmm.
excited too. That story stuff. I was like, this looks cool. But and maybe there's something else I'm forgetting, but let me scroll up here. Nothing for Bethesda really. Yeah, nothing else in Microsoft really. Like as far as huge, like holy crap. Yeah, and Ubisoft. So yeah, so I think just the Cyberpunk thing was the only thing that was like, holy crap, I can't believe this is happening. Like that was amazing. That was the only. Besides that moment, nothing out of all these conferences that made me happy that I watched them all. Because I don't usually watch E3. Like in the last
Hmm.
bunch of years, I used to watch them all the time on PS3. That was a huge moment with Sony and everything too. I'd watch all the conferences and get right into it. But it's been years, I think, since they've announced something that I've cared about like that much to watch it live. So I kind of fell off. But now that we're doing a show and stuff, I'm like, and I kind of got caught up in a little bit of the hype for some rumors and leaks and stuff. I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. And I'm glad I did, but up to this point, I was like, yeah, nothing's been. This is why I've been skipping them every year.
Hmm.
But again, I'm just glad I watched that Keanu moment live. But whatever. But then now I'm like, okay, here we go. This was my favorite out of everything for E3. The Square, the entire Square thing.
Hmm.
It wasn't perfect. It had its down moments, but they were down because I'm not interested in certain things. But
Yeah.
Avengers, I want to know what you think about the whole. Oh, you saw this conference?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Okay, cool. What do you think about
Um,
the whole Avengers thing? It went on for a while too.
yeah, it went on too long.
You think so?
Um, it didn't look good,
No.
like at all.
like
Um,
the yeah. Okay.
just the character models and everything, they looked very alpha.
Sure. Yeah, I
So
can agree with that. That doesn't like I don't want to say matter to me, but like because I think they did show gameplay because there are moments where the camera's behind the character and they're jumping and running just for a second for each character.
yeah,
That's when I got hyped. I was like, oh, this looks cool. I'm watching them run and there's no HUD, of course, but it's also our first look, right?
yeah.
So that's why I cut it slack. I thought the cutscenes looked cool. The dialogue was good.
Hmm.
Cutscenes as in like they had Tony Stark talking to Bruce Banner.
Yeah, all the actors were great choices.
Yes. So I was actually okay. I'll say I was excited for it. I thought it
Yeah.
looked good, as in like, like it was more than I expected. Again, it was in-game graphics, which I appreciated. I thought it was gonna be a CGI trailer and like a late 2020 date, and then yeah, and then show an actor or something. I thought that was gonna be it, but no, we got more than I expected. So
Hmm.
for its first look, right? I mean, we got a CGI trailer last year or 2 years ago or whatever, but
Yeah, but that was just like over.
like, hey,
It
we're
was just
working on it.
someone talking.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I got kind of hyped about it. It's probably not gonna be my kind of game, though. They talked afterwards and it made it feel like it was a bigger game than I expected. I thought it was going to be a maybe like that Star Wars Jedi game or Uncharted or something, a little straightforward action.
Uh huh.
But they made it sound bigger, like progression and gear and stuff. And I'm like, okay,
They made it
maybe.
sound like a weird games as a service.
Yeah, it did, and I don't think that's a bad word. Not for me. Like again, Division Two, I have interest in, but I don't think it's my kind of thing. But I played the beta and
Hmm.
enjoyed some of it. It was really difficult. I'm not, and now I hear everything about this raid that came out in Division Two that people can barely beat. So I'm like, that's not for me. I might need one of those elite controllers. Um, but this kind of had that vibes of that at the end. They're like, it's something we're going to be working on for like updating constantly. There's going to be stuff for co-op you can play with your friends. And again, it's very bare bones. Like we're not going to give away everything yet, but I don't know. I thought it looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
Um, it's what I kind of wanted as far as like the features and stuff. It's like okay, it seems bigger than just a straightforward play it through once and you're done. Um, but we'll have to see. Yeah, I love the entire voice cast. I know all of them except for the Captain America guy, but
Same.
my buddy filled me in on some stuff he's done, so that I
Hmm.
knew, but I can't remember what it is, but like animes and things.
Hmm.
Oh, I almost got one up tip my tongue. It was something that, and then he's like, but I didn't, but he's like, I watched the Japanese dub though. Anyways, whatever.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, they're all awesome. I love that. Um, Not Troy Baker. Nolan North is doing Tony Stark.
Yeah.
That
It's
is, I
perfect.
can't believe I would have never thought of that.
Yeah.
That is so perfect. And then of course Troy Baker in there too, as I think Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm totally in on all of that. And the fact that I can play as Black Widow like the first time ever, I think, in a game. So
Hmm.
maybe not including Lego or something. I don't know, but
I mean, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, she's
oh,
probably in there.
right, that's true. Um, but yeah, this could be really awesome. But maybe not. So,
Hmm.
but I thought it was a good first reveal. Again, I was kind of excited about it. Like this is cool. Oh, I love the storyline. Like we killed Captain America and like It seems that they're not doing Endgame at all. It's very similar. It says 5 years later and stuff, but I was like, uh, I was like, good. They're doing their own thing. The actors look their own, and like, or the characters, um,
Yeah.
look. They kind of hints of maybe MCU stuff, but not really. I'm like, good. I want a new self-contained video game story. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
because it hinted at, I think that was Thanos at the end.
Oh, really? I remember seeing Ant-Man at the end.
Well, there was like some thing they were fighting, and it was like underneath rocks, or
Mm-hmm.
it was purple, so it
Oh,
could have been Thanos.
right. That's I didn't see that, but I remember. I know what you're talking about. But I got to mention too. Me and Steph, our friend Steph, streamed this entire conference together.
Mhm.
Um, that was an amazing experience. Like that was really fun. So we laughed so hard at this part, but right before this little montage at the end, the thing you're talking about, I think, like this montage or this trailer, they
Mhm.
showed Black Panther, but they were fighting him and looked giant. Did you see that?
Huh.
It looked like a
No, I
giant
don't.
Black Panther. She's like, "Oh my God, look at Black Panther! He's huge." Or whatever. And we were laughing about it. I'm like, whoa, that's weird. And then the trailer kept going. And then at the end, you see them all, yeah, and something huge jumps out of the ground, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, look out, it's Black Panther. He's even bigger. And we just cracked up laughing. Like, now it's going to be a whole story about this giant Black Panther stomping around. But anyways, that was really funny. But
Mhm.
um, yeah, I was personally impressed. Like I thought this was more than I expected them to show, and I thought it looked cool. Again, it's first look, it's early. Game could come out and still look the same and not be good, but um, I don't know. I was excited. So
Yeah.
for the story stuff mainly, I don't know. I get hyped about that stuff, and I hope that since they got a Captain America actor, I wonder how that's going to work. He's probably not dead, and he's going to secretly come back and whatever. But I got Steph excited about it too. But I was like, is there going to be a Bucky in there? That'd be so cool if they do that storyline that I've always wanted of him to take up the shield.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll get that with the metal arm and
Maybe.
everything. Oh, I want to play as Bucky. So, anyways, I'm gonna save. Oh, I guess they started with Final Fantasy 7, so let's jump into that.
Yeah. Not
Oh
too
boy.
much to talk here.
No, yeah. I got some more stuff too because people have played it now, right on the show floor, and I watched some podcasts last night of them discussing how deep
Mhm.
it is and stuff. But
Yeah, I've heard.
yeah. Um, and now that I know more details that we can talk about what's on the disc and everything. Though I don't get
Yeah.
why they said two Blu-rays. Um, they said it comes with two Blu-rays, and people told me that too afterwards, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go
No,
back and look at that
no, he said there's enough to.
to fill two Blu-rays or something like that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he meant like the whole game as.
Okay, so yeah, and okay, so we're jumping around, but I'll say first, I guess I could have left the trailer playing, but people probably saw it enough at the beginning of the show. Um, yeah, okay. Before going in, I've talked about this on the show. I'm sure I don't remember, but I'm sure we've talked about it. 7 episodes. I'm sure I brought up the Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know if you remember, but I wasn't too hyped about it. Like, I mean, I was
Yeah,
very cautious, very
same here.
okay. I was very like, it's going to be a dumbed down action game. It's going to play like, and granted, I did like this game well enough, but Final Fantasy 15 or something,
Yeah,
very just press some buttons and hardly any gear, any stats. It's just whatever. It's just very actiony, more action than RPG. So,
hmm
which is not why I play Final Fantasy in general. But that's changed over
yeah,
the years. I have enjoyed action games more now because of Dark Souls and those kind of Neo and Bloodborne and more actiony RPGs. I can play those now because that's kind of all you get now. So I kind of had to. But
hmm
so 15 was fine, I guess, but took out all the RPG stuff I love. I wanted tons of gear and tons of spells and customization, and I wanted to level up to matter. Like if you're gonna level me up, make it matter. Um,
yeah,
and anyways, um, yeah. So they didn't show off menus or like systems. So for all I know, it is very shallow. But they did show materia in a sword. They made a point to show off,
yeah,
and yeah. So anyways, they showed off just a CGI trailer with zooming out of Midgard. That was go back to Keanu, like, breathtaking. I was
hmm
like, oh my god, like they're doing that on purpose. I don't want to get my hopes up too high, but maybe I think they're doing that on purpose. Like Midgard's big.
yeah,
They did say, and I found out now for sure, the entire game is just Midgard, the first
yeah, which
part.
is
Which, if you had
scary.
told me that before, like I was already very cautious, I would have been like, yeah, this is awful. I don't want this at all.
Yeah, because they said that a while ago.
Yeah. But I didn't know for sure, and they also said episodic, like what 2 years ago or something, and we didn't know what that was going to turn into.
Yeah, it's still episodic.
Yep,
So
yep. But they haven't mentioned it, like addressed it since. So I was still like, is it gonna be? How bad is it gonna be? Is it gonna be like, a 4 hour game, and we're gonna have 10 episodes over 5 years, or I don't know. I didn't know what that
mhm.
meant. So, and I don't want that at all. That's not. I don't want to play that. And again, if it was just going to be hack and slash, basic like Uncharted, just run here, run there, kill some things, go to the next scene. Like, no thanks. I'll play my Final Fantasy VII that I have. Um, but uh, but I'll say this. I'll just say right now, this entire Final Fantasy VII presentation turned me around completely on
Yeah,
everything. I'm still cautious, as in like, what's the menus look like, what's the gear, because that's important to me. Um, it doesn't have to have as much as seven, because that was overwhelmingly. I mean, I guess they cut down on gear compared to six, but still, you had
mhm.
armor and accessories and weapons and materia to put in all that stuff, and items, and tons of summons and spells and all this. Sure.
Yeah,
Um, whether that's going to be in here, I'm assuming it's going to have a lot less, like maybe just a few spells to start at, but maybe they each level up. Maybe you can still do that with the materia. That's the whole point, right? Is to level them up. And they have pluses and negatives. I still think they're going to have that, but there's obviously
mhm.
items because they used items during battle. But the thing that hyped me up is like this combat is extremely deep. Um,
Yeah,
and uh, yeah, I think it's better combat than Final Fantasy VII. Like I love turn-based, I love all that stuff. This kind of has that, has the ATB, but it works in so many different ways.
it's Kingdom Hearts with ATB.
Sure, yeah, that's kind of scary, but I do like Kingdom Hearts, like the way it plays. So, but yeah, that's true. Makes sense because it is the guy, right, Nomura. So,
Yeah,
um, and yeah, the guy, the English guy that came up there was so hyped to be up there. Um,
mhm.
it was again just like John Barenthal thing. It was borderline cringy, but I think he was
Yeah,
just very happy. He was like, "Look, ATB!" He was so excited and stuff, and I'm like, "Oh, they know how to speak to me." Because
mhm.
they're like, "Look, don't worry, you can pause it, and it doesn't just slow it down. It seems like it completely pauses it because he stood there forever." And um, started. He's like, "Item uses up a ATB slot." I'm like, good, because the items are overpowered in 15. You're just invincible forever.
Mhm.
You can just use items or whatever. You can use a Phoenix Down on yourself if you die. But
Huh.
in this, it's like it takes up an ATB slot. So if you do not have that ATB and you raise it by attacking, or by, I forget what else it was, by doing these other things, and you show spells and stuff. I'm like, okay, this is like, wow. And then so I guess I wasn't blown away right away, but I was like, this is cool. All right, they're speaking to me. ATB and different depth and stuff with the different attacks, and yeah, it has a little menu like Kingdom Hearts or Crisis Core, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But then they went into it further later, or no, I think it was this part where they showed the almost the entire boss fight for that first boss.
Mhm.
That's when I kind of realized, or at least it was shortly after that, where I'm like, okay, this. I think it was a while after that, because when I realized it was all Midgar,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's why that boss fight takes so long and so many phases, and it's like epic, because every boss fight has to be epic and stuff because it's such a compacted game, um,
Mhm.
or whatever, or story into one sequence. Um, well, to me, it's a one whole sequence to me, because I don't think the game starts till after you get at a Midgar, but
Yeah.
then you get all the story, you know where you're going, um, which is kind of a perfect first game. But anyways, when I thought they were doing the remake, I thought it was going to be not 1-to-1, but like, again, just a straight story, same story, just rewritten in a few spots. Take out a ton of stuff, which they still might do, but take out a ton of stuff. I wasn't thinking adding a ton of stuff and
Yeah,
making
neither was
Midgar.
I.
But yeah, so suddenly I'm totally okay with a trilogy or whatever if it's got enough content that's new. Like, I want to explore places I've never seen before. I want to go and get new materia, new things that weren't in the game. They already showed that there's summons, because in the pre-order thing it says you can get a Chocobo Chick summon and a Cactuar summon
Mhm.
for pre-ordering. I'm like, okay, so there's summons in the game at least, and new ones.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, remake it. Like, I didn't expect remake. Like, if it was made as a new game today, how would we do that? And I'm totally cool with that.
Mhm.
What do you think on the whole thing? I'm talking forever. I could talk forever about it, but
Um, it definitely looks very good.
ooh,
I like the
I'm glad.
combat a lot. I think it's is interesting how you can just switch on the fly between characters.
Yes, I totally forgot about. Yes, absolutely. Literally on the
Um,
fly, like just boom, and you're
yeah, they
and
said
there's
it was
purpose
just
to it,
one button.
because Cloud gets grabbed at one point and he gets completely
Yeah.
stunned. So you switch to oh my god, I cannot wait to see
Well,
how all this
also,
works.
I'm curious if this is going to be like a Secret of Mana, where can this be multiplayer?
Oh, huh. Yeah, why not, right?
Yeah,
Interesting. I never thought of that.
yeah, because that'd be pretty cool if that
Huh.
was. You could play through this huge, expansive RPG with another person.
Right.
Like you could be Barrett, and then someone else would be Cloud. Like that's pretty cool.
I'm very
Um,
excited to see how how you like run around Midgar. What's the game like moment to moment gameplay like? Buying items, exploring, doing side quests, open world,
yeah,
or like I don't know. Like, anyways, because
yeah,
that would make sense for multiplayer if it's like a big open world to run around, do side quests.
hmm
But or is it
definitely,
just story driven? I don't know.
yeah. Um, the whole like boss fight and stuff look really awesome.
Yeah, I keep hearing everybody say it's too
Um,
long, but I'm like, nah, I'm cool with that. It's
yeah,
you know,
I think it was fine.
yeah,
It didn't really open up for me until um,
the trailer that
well,
showed
until the
after.
trailer where they're
Yep,
like, "Here's Tifa." I was like,
yeah,
"Okay, cool, we're good."
and she looks good. She looks awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
she looks awesome.
which is funny. If you told me that they were gonna keep the white shirt and the skirt and everything before, because we talked about this before, I think her design, what they're gonna do. Are they gonna redo it completely? Or are they gonna have it like I've Met Children, just give her full proper clothing or whatever? Uh,
Hmm
but if you had told me that they're gonna keep the same outfit, just update it, I would have been like, oh, you can't do that today. Like that's not gonna work. I
hmm
think it looks fine. It's still ridiculous to some degree, but at least they gave her like a sports bra thing underneath and like the black that she's wearing a shirt underneath her shirt.
Yeah,
And the skirt they gave it some like frills and stuff and the stockings and stuff and or the like
yeah,
leggings or whatever.
yeah. She's
Um,
awesome.
yeah, I thought it was fine. Like she
She's
rocks it.
always been my favorite like girl character in that
Okay.
series, in that
It
game.
a lot of people she never was for me. I felt like I feel like I'm in the minority, but also Seven's not one of my favorites, so
Yeah,
but
same
it's
here.
up there. It's up there, but top five for sure. But
Yeah, I don't know.
it'd be
I think
yeah.
I think Aerith Eris she's overrated. But
Oh, really?
anyway,
Really?
yeah.
Maybe they'll make her cool. She looks so awesome in this. Like her eyes and everything. Just
I
she
feel like
could.
she doesn't do much in the first game.
True.
So like yeah, hopefully they
Oh, they'll give her. Yeah, that's you saw that scene, that new scene where the spirits are floating around them and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, this
Well,
feels like an alternate reality game, and I'm cool with that. Give
it
me a new game.
does.
Give me a new. I didn't expect a new game. I
Mhm.
thought they were just gonna remake the old one but make it a generic action game. Like, oh
Yeah,
man.
I'm just very interested, yeah, in general,
Hmm.
what can you do, especially because how big this series, I guess, is going to be.
Yep.
What can you do to actually make me connect to Eris?
Yep.
Because in the first game, in the original game, she was barely there.
Yeah. And that's the thing I see. It's on my screen right now. The part of the trailer where she's just kind of staring, like at the beginning there.
Hmm
That's kind of her character. She's just always got this weight.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of backstory stuff with her as a kid and stuff that they could really expand on.
hmm
That's in the first, right? In the slums there with her
Yeah.
mom. Like they show her actual mom with the train station. All that. Yeah, they could go
hmm
into maybe make it playable. You get to play as her as a little kid for that whole section. Give
Yeah.
her a big story thing. That could be like, this. There's definitely enough to make a full game out of it. Again, since they're redoing it, I don't know why I didn't think they were gonna freaking change everything, but um, so now I'm on board. I will totally buy 3 of these for full price as long as they're every couple of years or something. Um,
hmm
as long as it's not going to get ridiculous and we can't see the end. If they're like we're doing 3, next one comes out in a year and a half or something or whatever on PS5 or whatever, and uh, and then the final one will come out later or something. I'm cool with that. I just don't want them to remove everything.
hmm
Like what the heck is a Bugenhagen going to look like?
Yeah, I don't
The
know.
right with no legs and stuff, or like Red 13, all that stuff. Like, and how are you going to be able to switch party members? Like, I don't get it. The RP. I want it
Maybe
to.
they'll just all be there.
Oh man. Oh, I didn't even see. I should be thinking big maybe because this surprised me how big it was. So,
Yeah, every party member who you just collect is just all there, and then
oh
you
my
can just switch
god,
between them.
yeah, like Eris in the back and stuff, and yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Jeez. Anyways, holy god. And Vincent and Yuffie were optional characters. Are they just gonna put them in the story? Is Kate Sith even gonna be in this? Because this looks so gritty and serious. Even they showed it quick in the trailer. You notice that? I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but Heidegger, the big
hmm
general guy, he's in the trailer,
Yeah.
but he looks slimmer down and serious and not as cartoony.
hmm
He's talking to the president, Shinra there,
Yeah.
just for a quick second. Like, so he's in there, but again, he's supposed to be like a goofy kind of chuckly character, and like rotund and whatever.
Yeah.
Are they gonna? This looks so serious. Is Cloud gonna dress up like a girl? Are we gonna get Kate Sith at all?
We
Um,
better.
yeah, or Bugenhagen and stuff. That whole thing. Not that that's goofy, but still, it's kind of weird. But him floating around and stuff.
Hmm
Um, yeah, I yeah, I agree with better. I want to get all that stuff, but now I don't know what to think. So,
Yeah,
and they're doing something different, so they might just change a ton. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be a shorter experience. Maybe it'll be 2 games. They gotta have the weapon stuff, obviously, but that's gonna be so epic. Oh my god.
yeah. Oh wow, I
Yes.
just noticed the time. We're gonna need to run
Yep.
through these fast.
Yep. Good call. So, anyways, Final Fantasy 7. Yeah, we can move on from this. We could do a whole show on Final Fantasy 7.
We could, honestly.
And I could do a whole thing about Final Fantasy 8, but there's not, at least there's not a whole lot to say. But
There's nothing to say. It's Final Fantasy VIII. No one cares. Let's move
oh,
on.
it's my number one favorite Final Fantasy. Um,
That's not how you say six.
no, but six, six for the Super Nintendo is ridiculously amazing.
Yeah,
For what they were able to do with that, with all the characters and stuff. But see, we're going to talk
yeah,
forever about this. But yes, 8, 4 for me because of how important that was for me, just reading and stuff even at the time. So Final Fantasy 2 on Super Nintendo is my number 2, and then 7 probably or 6. They swap all the time.
hmm
That's my top like 3 or 4. I keep thinking 10 would be up there, but it's tough. But anyways,
yeah.
so I cannot wait for 8. I've been waiting more than a decade, I guess. I don't know how
So
long.
did they get the rights to that music, or are they just
Yeah,
replacing
for
it?
Eyes on Me, I have no idea. They'd have to talk to Fei Wong, I guess. But but the game looks completely remastered. Like I've seen screenshots and stuff, and it's like
Yeah,
this is
same here.
literally remastered. Not like 7 and 9, where it's just the PC ports or the mobile ports.
Yeah, I saw like the sprites and or
Yeah, the faces.
the
Yeah.
models and
Yep.
everything. Just
Yep.
their
So
clothing looks way
yeah.
better.
So it's gonna be like a $50 game probably.
hmm
We'll see. Dying Light 2, whatever. I'm cool. We already know it's coming. Spring 2020.
Well, we saw it at Microsoft conference.
True. Yeah. This one they showed it here too because Square's publishing it. So
Yeah,
just more trailers for it. Looks cool. I like the
yeah,
first one, but we'll see. Outriders,
it looked.
weird CG trailer.
Yeah,
Like whatever.
yeah, it
Um,
didn't look good to me.
no. Last Remnant came out yesterday on Switch.
Yeah,
So yay.
weird.
Uh,
First M game I ever bought.
the first what?
Rated M
Wow,
game.
really? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
a
ever bought.
360 game, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Dragon Quest Builders, that did go on for too long, but it was all good
it
stuff.
did.
It was
I
all
like
cool.
Dragon Quest Builders. It's a fun game.
Yeah, I played the demo and I want to play the second one someday,
hmm
but who knows when. But Dragon Quest 11 finally got a release date.
Yeah,
It doesn't say it here, but I think I wrote it down. Or maybe that was on the Nintendo conference. It was,
they showed it on the Nintendo
but I'm still
conference.
gonna say it now. 27th
I think it's September.
September 27th,
Yeah.
which is good. So I'm definitely buying that. So
Yeah, because I remember kind of funny talked about that. They were like, "That's weird. Why does it just say fall?" And then
yeah,
the next day it's just like September.
yeah, that's really weird. Crystal Chronicles, I'm definitely interested in, but they didn't show release date. Just said later this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, which we already knew. So whatever. Tokyo RPG Factory, the Oninaki thing. Are you interested in that?
not really.
No, I'm interested to see if it's actually good. I want them to knock it out of the park and keep making these games. But I haven't played the
Yeah,
last two because they were kind of mediocre reviewed. So
what I described to my roommate when he was here, I was like, "This looks like an NIS game.
oh yeah, true.
It just looks kind of generic and
Yeah, by the book, by the numbers, kind of.
yeah,
Yep, I agree. I hope it's great, but yeah, I don't have super high hopes for it or nothing. Just we'll see.
yeah,
Uh, okay, skip that one. Kingdom Hearts DLC. They just showed like a trailer,
yeah." But we
cutscene,
saw that a couple days ago.
right? And then it did go on for too long, but the Final Fantasy 14 stuff.
Yeah, no one cares about that.
Yeah, well, Steph did because we did it live, and she was like,
Yeah,
"Oh my God, there's so and so, and it was fun watching it with her.
yeah.
Um,
I'm
yeah,
I'm shocked that there's so much story in those games and that people actually care about it. That's awesome.
yep. I played it for a
But
while. I played it kind of recently too, but it's a drag. It goes on way too long, and it's
yeah,
hard
I don't
to.
know. I feel like
Yeah,
people play those types of games for playing with other people. I don't feel like
absolutely.
they play it for the story. But with Steph, like the way she reacted or the way
hmm
she was talking about it, I guess it seems like she plays it more for the story, which
Yeah,
is interesting.
yep. Like I have trouble getting into the story because a lot of it's not voiced, and then it's
Yeah.
just goes on forever. It's so
hmm
overwritten. It's like 100 pages just over and over, and you're saying this. It's like say something, say get to the point.
Yeah.
Like, it just takes forever. So I get so exhausted playing that game. But great game though. But just holy crap. If
Yeah.
that's all you're interested in, that you can play that every day and subscribe to it and do all that forever. Sure, go for it. But oh my god, I like playing lots of different games. So it's like not
Yeah.
for me. All right, and then Nintendo. I think we're
All
making good
right.
time because we'll get through this.
Yeah, we'll definitely get through
Cool, cool.
this.
So it starts in this article with the Breath of the Wild sequel. That is not how the conference started.
No, it's not what ended.
But we'll get into that, whatever. So yeah, it ended with. Well, what did you think? Oh, actually, what did you think of the Square conference? I'll say first, like overall. like the actual
Square I thought was
conference.
very, very good.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably my favorite conference, like from beginning to end. I was entertained, but of course I was streaming it too, and even the 14 stuff that went on for a while. Me and Steph were talking about it, so it kind of made it fly by.
Yeah,
But
before Nintendo, I thought it was the best conference.
gotcha, cool. Um, yeah, it is a good list. I'm looking at the list in our notes. That is a good Nintendo conference. But okay, so yeah, it ended with Breath of the Wild sequel announced.
Yeah.
Did anybody see that coming? I think there was rumors for a while, but I mean,
I thought I said something about it last time
oh,
where I
did you
was
really?
like,
Oh, did you nail it?
no,
The
well, I
prediction?
remember I talking about as well. I mean, Fran Mirabella
Yep.
talked about it. His crazy prediction was like, they're gonna do this. It's gonna be like Majora's Mask. This,
Right. That's what
and
it
he was
is.
right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
you nailed it.
but
That's cool.
I agreed. Like they have this new engine, and they're not just going to not use it, especially because the
Hmm.
first game was developed for Wii U only.
Right.
Now it's developed fully for Switch. They
Yeah.
can
And there was no Dark
utilize
World
that.
stuff, and I'm sure they're gonna go into that. 'Cause that's a
Yeah,
whole opening for that.
and this possible Ganondorf
Yeah, that was
that
horrifying actually. That was very
or that
creepy.
guy from Skyward Sword. I forget his
Oh,
name.
I don't know. And it looked like you could maybe play as Zelda. She has like a short haircut. She has like a sword and stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
I guess people asked Al Numa if you could play as Zelda, and he could neither confirm nor
uh,
deny.
I'm gonna make a prediction. I'm gonna say that you play as Zelda in the regular world and Link in the other world.
Ooh,
And you can
fancy.
swap back. That's how you swap back and forth. It's just different characters or something like
Okay.
that. That's what I think. Because we already played as
Yeah.
Link in the regular world. So I
Yeah.
think we're just gonna have the regular world like in there. Maybe some new changes, obviously updates to the towns. But we get to play as Zelda, so it'll feel new.
Maybe since Calamity Ganon's technically gone,
Yep.
maybe now like there'll be more
Maybe it's a
towns.
year later or something. They'll be a little bit
Yeah.
different. Yep. So that's my prediction. I think that sounds fun. So
Okay.
and maybe
Cool.
I'll pick it up because I enjoyed the last one. I'm not a Zelda guy, but I enjoyed the last one because there's some RPG stuff I like. I didn't finish it. I just finished all the dungeons, and then I was really bored because I put a lot of time into it. But I got like 100 hours out of it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But then it was like every shrine's the same as in the reward, and every all the little mini Koroxy things and all these different things. It was kind of like I've done hundreds of this stuff, and I'm like I'm done.
Hmm.
And I'm a OCD about getting everything done, so I just felt very overwhelmed. And the dungeons weren't the greatest, so whatever. But the bosses were kind of cool.
Hmm.
But anyways, I just didn't. Also, there's not enough story for me to feel invested. So it's not like I felt like I wanted to finish it to save Zelda or something. I was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Um,
I agree.
okay, but I know the world loved it. So, but maybe this one will be everything I want. We'll see. Um, yeah, they just smashed them together here. No pun intended, but actually that would be a great pun. I don't know why I didn't. Anyways, yeah. So what was the first one? Dragon Quest. The Dragon Quest heroes, all of them are added to Smash
Yeah.
as one character. I'm guessing each costume's different, but not all of them have shields. Like I don't understand. They look like it's so weird.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's interesting.
Yeah, what do you think of that? Like, how do you think that's gonna work?
I honestly don't know.
I'm
It's
assuming it's
interesting
each
as
each
well.
color because they'll have what 6 colors or
Yeah.
something. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
6 players.
I believe that's what it is. But also,
They look so
it's
different.
shocking how there's like RPG mechanics with him.
I don't know what you're talking. I mean, I don't know fully what you're talking about, but I did see a little menu pop up. I thought it was just
Yeah,
his
that's what I'm
ultimate or
saying.
something.
Yeah.
I thought it was like his ultimate move or something.
No, those
Okay.
are just like attacks, I believe, like
Wow.
specials.
Okay, that's exciting. I might actually buy this because it's an RPG thing. I want the level. I want the Dragon Quest music. I want that stuff. So
Yeah.
I might because you can buy them individually for like $10 or so, right? So
Probably.
I think so. But I want this
Yeah.
one anyway.
Just get that pass, then you
I
can play as
know
Banjo.
someday, like I said, when I have money to like, I'm like, oh, I got a month of money. No games are coming out. Like maybe in July, August, maybe August or something. I don't know. And it might be
Yeah,
like
I forget how much the pass is, but I want to
it's like
say
30
like if
bucks
you
Canadian or something. Not even. I think.
okay,
I
but
don't.
to
I don't
say
know. I
like it's
remember being
probably
affordable.
about the same as just buying two characters.
True. It depends what they if they announce more characters too, because I don't care that much about Joker, and I don't care about Banjo that much to play as them. I mean, because there's so many
Uh,
characters. You
we're
know.
ending this stream now because you just said you don't care about Banjo.
No, I mean to play as him.
Okay.
Uh, there's so many characters. I'm just starting to figure out Corrin. I really enjoy Corrin a lot.
Yeah.
I had no idea that character was even in there. I don't even know who they are. Just a Fire Emblem character.
Yeah.
But they don't play like the other ones at all. I use the girl one, but she plays so
I think
unique.
Corrin was from Awakening.
Okay,
No, the other one after that.
gotcha. But yeah, and her ultimate's fun. I like everything about her. So,
Mm.
what's the other character? It doesn't matter. But yeah, so we'll see. Um, But yeah, the Dragon Quest character I'm interested in. But yeah, Banjo Kazooie, how cool was that?
Super cool.
Yeah, and the trailer was awesome.
Yeah, because
And
they just recreated
thank God I
the
saw that
King
other
K.
one.
Rool
Yes, thank
trailer.
God I saw that other one last year or whatever, and so I got the joke. Um,
Yeah,
that was really good. They were really aware of
and then you
their
see
audience.
like the Jiggy just like hit the floor.
The what?
This puzzle piece.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so like
Huh.
you hear the noise, and then you see a puzzle piece just like jump across the floor.
Oh, interesting.
And then that's when a lot of people, including
I
myself, were like,
didn't
"Oh, it's happening."
I didn't even notice that. But
Yeah,
on the I think it was Easy Allies thing that I was watching. Somebody yelled, "They're all rare characters," and I was like, "Oh, it's Banjo," because it was
yeah,
like all of them hanging out with King Kangaroo and stuff. But yeah,
yeah,
I love how that. Yeah, it was King Kangaroo's face is even smashed on the glass. Like that's just yeah,
yeah. It
that was
was
really
great.
well done. They were really aware of their audience for that. So
Hmm.
and a lot of work. It was good CGI too, so it looked really good. And his character
Yeah,
looks so much fun, exactly like we predicted and talked about, running with the
yeah.
bird and everything on his back, Kazooie or whatever. All
Hmm.
that fits. So looked cool. I noticed he was collecting feathers too at one point, like a little inventory above his head. He
Oh
did
yeah, he had
it.
golden feathers because
Yeah,
that's
he was doing an attack or
invisibility.
something. Little feathers were accumulating over his head. So I'm like, oh, it's got little mechanics there.
Yeah, because you can normally only have like 10 invincibility feathers, so like maybe it's like a cooldown.
Ah, that's cool. I like that kind of stuff. So that's cool.
Yeah,
And the level, the spiral mountain looking thing. So,
yeah,
and hopefully there's
because
tons of music,
like
right? Hopefully.
Grunty's in
Yep.
there.
That's the wizard, right? Or the witch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and then Mumbo was like inside the mouth of Grunty's lair,
Oh, okay. Cool.
and then Bottles was on the actual stage.
That's cool.
So like, it's very faithful. And Grant Kirkhope came and did the remix for it.
Oh, awesome. So I hope there's a lot of music. I don't know if it's said.
I would,
You deserve a ton of music tracks. So
I'm sure
yeah,
there's gonna be a ton of music. There better be.
yeah, cool.
I mean, this isn't Square where they just
Yeah,
hide all the
just
music.
here's two tracks and from
Yeah.
GameCube or whatever, whenever that came out,
Hmm.
whenever the Final Fantasy VII level came out. It's still my favorite
Yeah.
Smash level. Whenever that comes up in our queue, it's like yes, here we go.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, we can keep going. Let's go to okay. So there's a couple remakes or whatever. There's Panzer Dragoon.
I've never played it. It looks cool.
Yeah, it's yeah side scrolling or not side scroll. It's like called
Arcade
on rail
shooter.
arcade shooter. Yeah, on rails kind of arcade shooter thing. I think it's got some
Reminds me a lot of
RPG
like
stuff.
Star Fox.
But yeah, Star Fox. I think it has some like customization stuff, but I can't remember. I think it
Yeah,
was
because I remember it was a Microsoft IP, and
mhm,
then I think it was Microsoft, right?
maybe
And then they took it from them.
I think it was a Dreamcast. It was a Sega thing, right?
Oh, maybe.
I'm positive it was a Sega Saturn game and stuff like that. Eventually, back when
Okay.
this is probably that game.
I thought it was on Xbox as well, but
Maybe they got it eventually. They did. I don't know. I'm positive it was a Sega game back when though. But I could
mhm.
be thinking of something else. But I'm positive it was like on Saturn, and then it came to Dick Dreamcast, and then it
Yeah,
disappeared. So, but then they're also remaking. Well, not, that's not a remake, but that's like a whatever remaster, I guess, or whatever. It's coming out, Panzer Dragoon.
yeah,
But so I'll also say okay. So I'm jumping around a bit. Uh, Seiken Densetsu. Yeah,
yeah.
Trials
Trials of
of
Mana.
Mana, the remake.
Yeah,
Um,
they're so on Nintendo's YouTube, they show a tiny bit of the original, and then they have gameplay of the new remake.
mhm, gotcha.
So
Okay, I'll have to check that out for sure. And then also the Secret of Mana collection
yeah,
is a real thing. So what
yeah,
obviously you've been playing. So yeah,
available now.
yep. $50 in Canada, 40 in the States, I think. So
Yep,
for this
it's worth it.
comes with a Game Boy game, comes with Secret of Mana, which is already on my SNES Classic, so that kind of I already have it. Mind you, it's not handheld, but still.
Yeah,
And then Seiken Densetsu 3 with a proper translation and the official version of the game for the first time
yeah,
ever. Gives hope for Mother 3. So
yeah.
or
Someday.
more hope for it. Oh, I also want to say I thought the direct was really well done. I like how Bowser came out and everything.
Oh yeah, for
That was
Doug
all
Bowser.
done
You
great.
guys related? No, we get that. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that was all awesome. I loved all of that. It wasn't as cringy as a lot of the ones in the past, but they've nailed these directs. They're perfect, I think. So,
Yeah,
um, let's see. Lots of Luigi Mansion, Luigi's Mansion 3, and
yeah,
Gooigi, and I thought the graphics looked great. It looked awesome.
yeah.
Are
It
you?
looks pretty
Is
good.
this your series? Like, are you play these ones at all? Or
I played both of them.
okay,
Second one wasn't really that good.
right?
First one was very good.
Is it the second one that comes with it? Was there one that comes with this one or something? I
I
swear
don't
at the
think
end
so.
they were like, and you get remastered Luigi's Mansion 1 or something. And
Oh, I didn't see that.
the graphics looked old and stuff. I kind of half saw it. Here, let me scroll on here. See if I can find
I
it.
don't think
Is
so.
it up here? I swear there was something. Uh, Damn it, maybe not. I don't want to get people's hopes up. I swear they were like, ugh,
No,
yeah, okay.
Gooigi was from Luigi's
No,
Mansion
I
1
know, but
remake.
okay. But I swear they showed it looked like an older graphics one, but like kind of redone. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Hmm,
Unless they showed gameplay of the old ones for some reason.
maybe.
Yeah, that might have been what it was. But so yeah, ignore me. But I wasn't.
Okay.
I kind of checked out a little bit for the Luigi's Mansion because it's not my kind of thing. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, it's something you're gonna get probably.
eventually.
Gotcha.
I don't think I'm getting it immediately.
It's one of
Same
those.
thing
Yeah.
with Zelda. I don't think I'm getting that
Which one? The
immediately.
Link's Awakening?
Yeah,
Yeah. It should be called Link's Reawakening, but yeah.
yeah.
Um,
It's $60 here. That's too
is
much.
it? Is it really? Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't. Well, but it has a dungeon maker.
yeah, but it's not
No,
really
I
that
know.
in depth.
Yeah, yeah. That looked cool though. I'm glad
Yeah,
they're adding new stuff to it. I think the game looks awesome, but yeah, I'm not gonna pay $90.
yeah.
So, but I'm sure
Let's
lots of
see.
people will.
Let's hop around
Yep,
because
more
yeah,
three
I'm like
three Fire Emblem Three Houses trailer. Resident Evil 5 and 6 came out on Switch, or they're about to
they're about
in
to.
the fall.
Yeah.
Yep, in the
Okay.
fall. Damon X
No More Heroes
Machina.
3 look cool.
Oh yeah, No More Heroes 3 had a little trailer thing there. Did
I've
they
never
say?
played any of them before, but
Yeah. When's that coming? I think that's what they said is release date, right?
I don't know if they gave a release date.
Oh, okay. Here's some big ones. Witcher 3 announced for Switch.
Yeah,
That actually happened. I don't know how that. I cannot wait to see what it looks like. I
yeah.
hope they did a good job. You know, either removing some things or changing things. But that's a long ass game with two huge expansions. You'd have to
Hmm.
go through so much to make it run on that thing. So I'm curious. Animal Crossing is called Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Yeah, it got delayed, just like I'd say.
I guess they played it for 24 minutes on the Treehouse.
Yeah, they did.
Okay, cool. But yeah, delayed, just like you said. Yeah, March 20th, which is fine. It's too much else this year, so.
I
And
don't
they
know.
didn't
It
sell me on it, so hopefully it's good. I'm still waiting to be sold on it, so.
it looks okay from what I
Yep,
saw.
that's
It
how
just
I think
seems
too.
very hey, Harvest Moon and that other
Yeah,
game. What's that
that
game that
I
everyone
was gonna say
likes?
the Sims one where it's just on an island and you get washed up
Yeah, but what's that game that people like? Stardew. Like
Oh
it
yeah,
feels
yes,
very like
yep,
that
yep,
because you can craft items and
yeah. To
stuff.
me, I thought that's what it was all along anyway. But yeah, that's exactly what it looked like. But the graphics look
So
cool, and I thought it looked fun, and fishing looked cool.
multiple characters
Right?
on the same island. That's cool
Yeah,
too.
we'll see. A
Yeah.
Spyro Reignited trilogy is
Hmm.
probably out. Um, nope, September 3rd. Okay. Other than that, I think that's about it. I mean, there's Astral Train new gameplay, Astral Chain new gameplay.
Yeah, it's coming out soon.
Yep.
Cadence of Hyrule comes out in a
Yep.
couple days, but
Yep.
it's like $25 or $30, which is too
Yeah,
much for
it's
me.
probably cost a lot to get that license.
The original game's on sale for like $4
Hmm,
here,
gotcha.
but like it never looked good to
No,
me.
I bought it for like a couple bucks on PSN a while ago. Played it for a few minutes. I was like, nope, not for me. Uh,
Yeah,
it was too hard and just didn't feel good. So, like,
yeah.
$2, whatever. And then the only other thing, which I think looked terrible, is the new Contra game.
Oh yeah, it looked awful.
Yeah, it did not. It looked like a PS1, the old PS1 kind of Contra 3D ones when they tried to do 3D really badly.
Yeah,
But then it's like, but don't worry, you can get the collection. Like, okay,
yeah. The
cool, that looks
collection's
great.
available right now.
Yeah, and I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple other things, but yeah, and then they ended with the Zelda trailer, or it was just a story thing, like to say, hey, and it just said at the end, we're just working, like we just started development, so
Hmm.
don't expect it anytime soon. So, and that was E3.
Yeah.
Um, as far as I know, there hasn't been any other things, but um,
Not yet.
yeah, but overall, I enjoyed it. The Square thing blew me away, uh, and the Nintendo stuff was really cool and short.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
just got right to
Same.
the point. The Nintendo one, so it was like, yeah, Witcher 3 is real. Wow. Oh, I put Corgi.
Oh yeah, because the new
That
Pokemon
came out
game.
after. There's a new Corgi Pokemon, which Steph wrote me. He's like, I can name it Kisa and it'll make sense.
Hmm.
So yeah. But anyways, yeah, I can let you go. Um,
Yeah,
this was a good show.
it was good.
We got through all of it in exactly the right amount of time.
We did. I
Uh,
told you it was gonna be too
you're
long.
right. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned it because I wouldn't have thought about it. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, yeah, I'm glad we're not still on Ubisoft and we're just flying through the things 3 minutes over 5 o'clock. And
Yeah.
but anyways, yeah, thank you, Cheetah, for hanging out and doing this.
Yeah.
And I'll
It's fun.
see you next Wednesday, I think,
Probably.
because I know that's changing soon, but or at some point.
No, I'll probably change it in a couple months, but
Gotcha, gotcha. So yeah, so every Wednesday we're doing this. Thanks for anybody watching this later or hanging out or whatever. I don't know if anybody's watching, so we got to get these on
Listening.
Spotify and stuff eventually.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about it. So, but
Mm-hmm.
anyways, yeah, thanks for hanging out, and talk to you later.
See ya.